and all praise and honor and glory to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem, from Kwadash. Double honor to the apostles and the elders at Great Millstone. Teach the word of truth and sincerity and for ruling well. Salutations to our fellow Akim across the four corners of the globe. Preaching in the name of Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai. We out here another week. Wadi House. We out here another week preaching in His word and the truth of Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai. Okay? And can you get Judges chapter 5, I think it's 5 and 26. See what that says?
The book of Judges, chapter 5, verse 11. They that are delivered from the noise of archers in the place of drawing waters, there shall they rehearse the righteous acts of the Heavenly Father.
Okay, God, and we're in that place of drawing waters. It said they that be delivered from the noise of the archers, okay, which is that's the nuclear missiles, man. And the they that be delivered is the elect. Okay? And it says there, in the place of drawing waters is another way of saying slavery, man. Because when Joshua took those, I think it was like 5 kings or something like that, that basically tried to defraud them about who they really were, them drawers of waters and hewers of wood, man. Basically, he made them slaves, man. So here, in the place of drawing waters, which is a place of America, which is the place of our slavery, here in America, man. It says there they shall rehearse the righteous acts one towards another, man. Okay? And then what are the righteous acts? The laws, statutes, and commandments of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. Right. That's the righteous acts, man. And who are those that rehearsing it? We are, man. Right now we're in what you call a dress rehearsal, man. Okay? Because in the kingdom of heaven, we're gonna follow the laws, statutes, and commandments 100%. Why? Because they're gonna be in us. You can get that in what you got right there and get Hebrews chapter 8. Hebrews 8 and 6, start at 6, man. Okay, it's actually in Jeremiah too, but I can't remember where in Jeremiah it is. But we're rehearsing the righteous acts, man. Okay, and the Lord knows we can't keep it perfect. One, because we're in this sinful flesh. Okay, we're in these chains of darkness. Okay, so it's difficult for us to follow the laws and commandments 100%. 2, we're in captivity, man. And when you're in captivity, you can't follow the laws. We're subject to our so-called masters, man, which is the so-called white man, and his jurisdictions and laws that he have here. Okay, we don't own our own land. We don't have cattle. Okay, but we still doing what? We're still rehearsing the righteous acts, man. Wait a minute, bro.
It's the book of Hebrews, chapter 8, verse 6. But now hath you obtained a more excellent ministry, by how much also he is the mediator of a better covenant.
And the he that is Yahweh Shai, who the world heavenly calls Jesus Christ, man. His name is Yahweh Shai. And he's the better mediator, why? Between us and the Heavenly Father, Yahweh. All right? through his blood, his sacrifice, he's able to bring us back into the graces of Yahweh, man.
That's right.
Through him. Starting off with the elect of Israel. Go ahead.
Which was established upon better promises.
So he created, so by his death, it established a better covenant, man. Or what the so-called Christian church calls a new covenant. And if you know anything about that word Christian need not apply to us, man. Because we're the Mashiachim. We're followers of Yahushua, the anointed.
That's right.
So through that, it makes us the anointed. Okay, that word Christian, or that term Christian, goes back to the Greek word, goes back to the Greek word Christianos, okay? Which really follows us Serapis, man. We don't follow Serapis. And we follow Yahushua. Go ahead and read it again.
The book of Hebrews chapter 8 verse 6. But now hath he obtained a more excellent ministry, by how much also he is the mediator of a better covenant, which was established upon better promises.
Which was established upon a better promise. We're going to get into that better promise, man. Go ahead. And we're going to see that new covenant is with the whole world, man. Because the so-called Christian church will tell you that the new covenant is for everybody. They'll even tell you that we're in the new covenant, which we're not, man. We're not in the new covenant yet, man. We're still under the old covenant, man. And what's the old covenant we were supposed to follow, which is that stony heart. I think it's in Jeremiah. It says, I will give you a new heart. It said, I will give you a new heart, man. I will take away the stone and give you a heart of flesh, man. Which is the new covenant, man. Okay? Which is the new covenant. Right? Because the stony heart is we were given, we have the stony heart right now. We were given the law, statutes, and commandments, okay, by way of Yahweh, Washing Yahushua to Moses. It was written on the tablet. And it was through that word, through that covenant, or that agreement that we got, we came into with Yahweh, we agreed to what? To follow his laws and commandments, to do all the things that were said. We agreed to that. But we couldn't keep it. Why? Because of this flesh that we're in. So we kept breaking it. There was a time where the Lord would come, he would judge us, okay? And then he would raise up a judge to free us from that captivity that we were in, man. Okay? But then it got to a point where the Lord got tired of it, man. He got tired of the animal sacrifices, man. Why? Because Jacob was sitting in the cup, like, yo, I got 30 sheep here ready to slaughter. Now, those are 33 sins I commit. That was the mindset we were in. Okay?
The book of Ezekiel, chapter 36, verse 26. It says, a new heart also will I give you.
Read up.
Verse 25. Ezekiel 36, verse 25. Then I will sprinkle clean water upon you, and ye shall be clean.
Read up.
Ezekiel 36, verse 21. But I had pity for mine holy name, which the...
Read up. Let me see what you at.
The book of Ezekiel, chapter 36, verse 16. Moreover, the word of the Heavenly Father came unto me, saying, Son of man, when the house of Israel dwelt in their own land, they defiled it by their own way.
Right, and how did we do that? We were breaking the law. We were committing sin, which ended up being transgression, which is iniquity, and sin upon sin, which is also iniquity. Go ahead, brother.
They defiled it by their own way, and by their doings, their ways was before me as unclean of a removed woman.
Yeah, so because we're the men of Israel, we're looked at as the Most High, to the Most High as a common and delicate woman, man. Not on no gay stuff, it's just saying that we were married unto the Lord, man. He was our husband, man. And we broke the law and stuff by following what? These other nations, committing wickedness, okay? Committing sin. Hey, Esau's the biggest homosexual on earth, man. Okay?
That's the second covenant.
Yeah, but you're supposed to be the Lord's people. You're supposed to be clean, man. So-called white, man. Wicked, man. Anyway, we started breaking the law. Okay, so when the Lord looked at us, we were unclean, man, to him. Go ahead, brother.
Verse 18. Wherefore I poured my fury upon them for the flood that they had showed upon the land.
Yeah, so that would read that again.
It says, wherefore I poured my fury upon
These dogs, these fucking demons, these devils, they laughing at us. That's okay, man. Laugh now, man, because you're gonna cry later. Read it again.
That's right. Ezekiel 36, verse 18. Wherefore I poured my fury upon them for the blood that they had shed upon the land.
God, it says, wherefore I pour my fury upon them for the blood that we shed upon the land, man. We were killing each other. Okay, we were killing our children, committing child sacrifice. We were just going way the fuck off, man. Go ahead.
And for the idols wherewith they had polluted it.
Yeah.
And I scattered them among the heathen, and they were dispersed through the countries.
Right, and that, how were we scattered amongst the heathen? Through captivity, man. Through these different countries, through captivity. You have Israelites in every nation on earth today, man. Okay? You have Israelites, so-called Negroes, West Indians, Haitians, Latinos, Puerto Ricans, Mexicans, and all these nations, especially here in Hawaii, so-called Hawaii. You got a lot of Ephraimites out here, man. You got a lot of Ephraimites out here that don't even know they're Ephraimites, man. Okay? Why? Because our people went into slavery over here. You got a lot of Judites over here. You got a lot of Gadites over here. A couple weeks ago, we went to a Gadite powwow out here, man. And then I asked the Gadites, I was like, hey, how'd you get out here, man? Hey, through the military. You know, Jake, get out the ghetto, man, and move here. And for them, at first, it's a come up, man. It's a whole lot safer for your kids to grow up. You know, even though, I mean, it's wicked, but you know, it ain't the ghetto. You know, and then you start catching hell here, then you realize, damn, we under curses, man. Go ahead and read, brother.
It says, according to their way and according to their doings, I judge them.
Yep, according to our ways, according to our doings, the Lord judges. Because that's something the world needs to know. Is that Gmshawaii has not begun to judge you nations for what you've done to us, man. He's only been judging us. Hold that real quick. And this is Amos 3:1. Look at Amos chapter 3, verse 1. Amos 3:1. Book of Amos 3:1, it says, hear this word that Yahweh has spoken against you, O children of Israel, against the whole family which I brought up from the land of Egypt, saying, you only have I known of all the things of the earth, therefore I will punish you for all your iniquities, man. So that's why all these different captivities happen to us. That's why transatlantic slave trade happened to us. That's why our people are in the ghettos, on reservations, are in the El Barrios. That's why the so-called white man and the rest of these heathen nations are over us, man. The so-called white man, he's a nation in Edom. He the Edomites, man. All these other nations, they have preference over us, man. Why? Because we're being judged for all our iniquities, man. But the Lord said he don't know these other nations, man. The Lord don't have no dealings with none of these nations on the earth, man. Again, they have not tasted, they don't know the Lord's judgment, man. But we do. And
right.
Look, the Lord is so merciful, he judges us in measure, man. You know, he could have threw his whole fury on us, man. But it was in measure, man. You got it, brother.
Verse 20. Ezekiel 36, verse 20. And when they enter into the heathen, whither they went, they profaned my holy name.
Yeah, so every time we went to a different nation, hey, we instead of learning our lesson as a nation, learning our lesson, like, look, man, we went off, man. This is the reason why we're not in our land. This is the reason why these people are over us. This is the reason why we're in captivity, because we broke Yahweh's law. Let us follow our laws of our fathers, man, and get back right with the Lord. Instead of saying that, what do? We go into a nation and we start clinging them to their ways, man. We start following their shit, man. Marrying up to their women, Which we can deal with that woman as concubines, but marriage, that's a no-go, man.
Right.
Because then what? We start holding fast to their guys, man. And we forget our own. Go ahead, bro.
They profaned my holy name when they said to them, these are the people of the Lord Yahweh, and are gone forth out of his land. Verse 21. But I had pity for mine holy name, which the house of Israel had profaned among the heathen, whither they went.
And right, and the Lord having pity upon us again, man. Mercy. Because he's given us this word by way of our apostles and our elders, a great millstone. They started waking up the elect around the whole earth, man.
That's right.
Bringing us back to our nationality. He didn't forget us, man. You know, you got all these different nations, they believe that God, who the one they ever call God, has forgotten his people, man. Oh, salvation is open up to everybody. Gentiles and Jews. But you don't even understand that term Gentile, man. That term Gentile in the New Testament, when it's spoken through Paul and them, was what? It's talking about Israelite foreigners, man. Israelites that were amongst these Gentile nations, man. As we were. We all were Gentiles, man. Okay? Until the Lord woke us up.
Right.
Okay? So they was talking about Israelite foreigners, man. It wasn't talking about the natural Gentiles, man. It was talking about Israelite foreigners, man. Read that again, what you got?
Ezekiel 36, verse 21. But I had pity for mine holy name, which the house of Israel had profaned among the heathen, whither they went. Therefore, say unto the house of Israel, thus saith the Lord Yahweh power, I do not this for your sake, O house of Israel, but for mine holy name's sake, which ye have profaned among the heathen, whither ye went.
Yeah, so the Lord didn't, hey, the Lord is bound to his word, man. Okay? So he did it for his name's sake, man. Go ahead.
Verse 23. And I will sanctify my name, which was profaned among the heathen.
Yeah, because when the heathen look at us, they're like, where's Yahweh now, man? That's what they would say. Disrespectful shit like that, man. Oh, look, we got his people in the clutch. We got his people in slavery. How come his people, how come he didn't deliver his people from us, man? Well, the reason why he didn't deliver us because of our iniquity. He was punishing us, man.
That's right.
Okay, like the Moabites on a mission stele stone. He was like, oh, I conquered David and his people and his God, and the Lord's name in there, Yahweh there. Yeah, he held up his God. I forget that Moabite God that they had, but he held them up above ours, man. Why? Because he was able to have us in captivity. Hey, coming up there? I'll call that. Go ahead.
Verse 23, and I will sanctify my great name, which was profaned among the heathen, which ye have profaned in the midst of them. And the heathen shall know that I am Yahweh, said Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai.
Right.
When I shall be sanctified in you before their eyes.
And that's what's happening right now. That same exact thing. What chapter is that?
This is Ezekiel 36.
Yeah, 36. And when you go to 37, it tells you that we were an exceeding great army, and everybody that looked at us, they were scared, man. I think it says that, man. But I know for a fact that the Lord is doing what? He's setting us right in front of your eyes, man. Okay, we're not calling ourselves Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans anymore, man. We're calling ourselves the Israelites, man. The hopeful elect men. Okay, He's putting us in order. We're calling on the name of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. Okay? Just like we did in the old days, man. You see right now, most people don't even know the name of the Lord, man. They call him Yahweh. They call his son Jesus. They don't even call him Yahweh like that, man. They call him God, man. Christ. But it's been a long time since the Lord put his name back on us, man. So that we were able to what? Exalt his name.
That's right.
Okay, his name. Because the Most High's name is powerful, man. All right? His name, he is a what? A refuge to those that believe in his name, man. And so now these heathens, you're starting to see it, man. Can you read that portion again, brother?
Well, this is the book of Ezekiel, chapter 36, verse 23. It says, and I will sanctify my great name, which was profaned among the heathen, which ye have profaned them in the midst of them.
And again, how we profane the Lord's name? By breaking the laws of the commandments, openly, man. secretly, man. But we were just doing it openly, man. Hey, the nations were amazed at one time we were held up in the high esteem, man. But then to see us fall to such a low vibration in a low state, hey, that we were cleaning it up, man. Hey, like here it is, the Lord's people, they're clinging to us, man. So we were profaning the Lord's name. Go ahead.
And the heathen shall know that I, the Lord, saith Yahweh by Shem Yahushai, when I shall be sanctified in you before their eyes.
And is that happening with the so-called Jews over there in Israel, man? Hell no, man. I ain't never seen no Israeli camp with a sign telling the people who they are, man. The deepest you can go with those Israelis is that they either Judah or Levi, man. Then you ask them, well, what about the other 10 tribes, man? Oh, they're not here, man. Oh, they're in Europe somewhere, man. Nobody knows where they're at. But guess what? We do know where they're at, man. We're right here, man. You're looking at us, man. Hey, this brother's from one of the lost tribes of Israel, man. Yeah, he's an Asherite, man. So we know where our brothers are at, man. Hey, this is overwhelming evidence that the Lord is what? Raising us up right in front of the eyes, man. Especially of this devil, the so-called white man. You're not fucking white. You red, pedophile, murderer, faggot. Demons, man. Hey, that's what the so-called white man is, man. And we can cuss you out to your face, and you can't do nothing about it, man. You just got to keep walking up the block in your pride, man. Oh, whatever. We're okay. You know what went with it. But then a white man say he's God's people, man. He's God's chosen, man. But hey, they don't even look go after the Most High, man. Hey, real quick, the brother John Mount, 808 Israelite, he put up Romans 2:24. For the name of the Heavenly Father is blasphemed among the Gentiles through you, as it is written. And where was it written at? Well, the brother's reading right here in Ezekiel 36. When do you see a so-called Jew breaking the scriptures down, man? They don't even believe in the New Testament, man. They hate Revelations. They claim to believe in the first 5 books of Moses, which they're not the first 5 books of Moses. Those are the first 5 books of the law of Yahweh by Shem Yahushai. But they don't even follow that. They hold fast to the Talmud, man. And a lot of these so-called Jews, you just believe in a lie, man. Because you don't even know your own history, man. You don't know your history. You don't know your supposed history. You don't know that. You don't know your natural history, which is that you're an Edomite from the tribe of Amalek. You don't even know that. You don't know nothing about the Bible. You don't believe in the Messiah. So what do you believe in, man? Why am I? Because my mom's a Jew. That's going off, man. Right. You are what your father is. You're not what your mother is. But in this world, you put this world on such a feminine vibration, a high level of feminine vibration, man. You got the people dumb, deaf, and blind, man. But that's okay.
Ezekiel 36, verse 24 says, for I will take you from among the heathen and gather you out of all countries, and I will bring you into your own land.
All right, and that hasn't happened yet. No Cap Malone. We haven't been into. Did the Most High take the so-called white man out of all the nations where he scattered them in and took them back to Israel? No. Those Edomites got over there by way of the Rothschilds in the Belfort, man.
Right.
As soon as Belfort took that land over, okay, by way of the British Empire, he sent a letter to one of the Rothschilds, Lord Rothschild, man, and told him, hey, with much pleasure, man, we got this land, man. Hey, this is a scripture where it says, in their pleasure, it might be that they had separated, they took the Lord's land over with all their pleasure and delight. The word pleasure in there. It might be, I'm not sure. Yeah, it is in Ezekiel 36 and 5. Ezekiel 36 and 5. And it's crazy, bro. I don't even be having, I don't have those scriptures in my head, like jot it down where I'm gonna say, oh, I'm gonna go to here. It's the spirit of Yahweh Shai, man. You know what I'm saying? That's a spirit, man. You know? Go ahead, brother.
Well, 36 and 5, right?
Why do Yahweh Shai? Yep.
This is the book of Ezekiel, chapter 36, verse 5. Therefore, thus saith the Lord Yahweh, surely in the fire of my jealousy have I spoken against the residue of the heathen,
yep,
and against all Idumea.
And Idumea is the Greek way of saying Edom, the so-called white man. You're not white, you're red. You're Edomites. Right. That's what you are, man. Unless you go back to us. Okay?
Which have appointed my land into their possession.
Yep. And when did they do that, man? They did that several times, man. During the Greek, the Roman Empire, during after World War II, man. Chiefly after World War II, man. That's when they really got up in there, man. Because for a long time, those Arabs, so-called Palestinians, were living in our land, man. Okay? But then the Edomites, they went up in there. They did what they appointed their land with all that pleasure, man. You got Rothschild Boulevard. Okay, you got Rothschild this, Rothschild that. Okay? Or you go to Tel Aviv, that's like the technological capital for Esau, man. They got technology there that you ain't even seen yet, man. Okay? That place that's Rothschild Central, man. Go ahead, bro.
Which have appointed my land into their possession with the joy of their heart, with the spiteful minds to cast it out from the prey.
Yeah, and that's what they did. They cast it out
for a prey,
for a prey, man. Okay, they got Jacob out of there, man, and then now they're up in there, man, putting hell on them Arabs, man, blowing on the smithereens. Hey, it's crazy because the so-called Jew, you know, he claims to be the Lord's people, but why you still got wars going on? Why are we preparing for World War III? The Lord said when we get in that land that the people wasn't going to learn war no more. It was going to be peace on earth, man. But there's no peace on this earth with the so-called Jew, man. He's a murdering lion demon, devil, man. He's a white man. He's an Edomite. And it's crazy because our chief enemy, Amalek, man, who the Lord said we would have war with from generation to generation, this nigga put on the garment of an Israelite, man. He calls himself an Israeli. He don't say he's an Israelite. He calls himself an Israeli, but he still say that he's a Jew, man. And he got the whole world wrapped up in the lie, scared to criticize him, scared to speak out against him. Why? Because the so-called Jew runs everything. He runs all the world government. He runs all the financial sector of the world. You know what I'm saying? News, media. He's the head of all of that, man. Any head of any corporation, you're gonna find a so-called white Jew sitting up on the top of it, man. Right. He's a crypto Jew, man. Okay? Starting with them Rothschilds, man. Starting with them Rothschilds, man. But you're not a Jew, man. You're a devil, man. You're a fucking demon. Okay? And when the Lord raises us up, man, it's over for you, man. I'm talking about all the way up, man.
That's right.
It's over for you, so-called Jews, man. We're gonna have a field day with you, Amalek. It's gonna be a surprise that brothers not gonna wipe you out, try to wipe you out the first day. We're gonna have the power to do it, but hey, we have the power to raise you back up from the dead. Something you don't got, man.
That's right.
Put your ass to fucking work, man. Hey, you Rothschilds, man, you got a sore ass whooping coming at you, man. And I know what you want to do. You Edomites, you're bitches, man. You're pussies, man. All you Edomites do is when you face a hardship, you want to kill yourself, man. You want to jump off a roof. You want to take a handful of pain medicine. You want to shoot yourself in the head. I saw a video of an Edomite in Russia. He's supposed to be so big and bad. He walks through his college, and he's going to shoot himself. He had a death angel on him. He was killing all these Russian Edomites, man, in college, man. He's walking up and down the steps, people running in the hallways. He's walking up to them calmly and shit like, bow, bow, popping them and killing niggas, hitting them with the shotty, all of that shit. And then when it was time for him to get his judgment, what this bitch ass nigga do? He shot his brains in the library, man. You see this nigga brains leg full, not even splattered. That shit was full out of his fucking skull cap, man. He laying there like this and shit, all dead. But like 20 minutes ago, this nigga was a big Billy Badass, man. You was killing niggas, you was shooting niggas the fuck up. Hey, see, Esau, you tough. with your sword. You tough with your gift. You tough with your blessing, which is the sword, man. That's how the so-called white. That's the only thing that make you tough right now, man.
That's right.
What you gonna do with a sword against spiritual power, man? You just like bringing a knife to a gunfight, man. Hey, you over, man. You can't win this, man. And like I said, the so-called white man, you a punk, man. The so-called white man is the chief punk of the earth, man. And the so-called white woman, you the chief dog of the earth, man. Okay? Ain't nothing special about you. You're not tough. You're not special. Okay? The sun hates you, nigga. You know what I'm saying? The sun hates you. You weak against the sun, man. I lay in the sun, me and this brother lay in the sun. The most we get is dark. It's a little darker, man. Guess what? We take that vitamin D and we turn it to some brown skin, nigga. Some nice, smooth brown skin. What you do, man? Go to a tanning booth. You know what I'm saying? What? Yeah, you be looking all orange like Donald Trump. You look like a bag of Cheetos, man. Why? Because you weak, man. You're the weak one. We're the stronger one, man. Go ahead, brother.
Back in Ezekiel chapter 36, verse 25, then I will sprinkle clean water upon you, and ye shall be clean.
Yeah, that's what the Lord is doing. What's that water? The word, man. Hey, this word is that water, man.
That's right.
Okay? The Lord is cleaning us up from our filthiness, man. Even though right now our righteousness is still as filthy rags, but guess what, man? The Lord is putting that water, the spirit of Him on us, man, through that word, man, which is water. But how should I say? He that believeth on me, as the scripture has said, out of his belly shall flow rivers of living water, man. Go ahead.
And you shall be clean from all your filthiness, and from all your idols will I clean you.
And that's what's making us filthy, man. When you look at it, when you look at the people in the sign here, man, they're wholly given into idol worship, man. Especially the northern people, man. You so-called Puerto Ricans, Dominicans, Guatemalans, Panamanians, El Salvador, Salvadorians, man. All of you, man. All you Mexicans, man. And you so-called blacks, West Indian Haitians, the whole 12 tribes, man. You go down there, man, you just give it up to them idols, man. And that's what make us filthy, man. You see the videos of Jake kneeling down in the street, walking on their knees, man, prostrating themselves to idols, man. Idols of death, man. Not even living idols, death idols, man. You see? So that all of that make us filthy in the eyes of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh. On top that we breaking his law, statutes, and commandments, but that idol worship, why? Because that's the chief law, is that we should not have any other God, any other power except Yahweh Bashim Yahweh.
Right. Verse 26. A new heart also will I give you, and a new spirit will I put in you.
I'm sorry, say that again. New heart.
A new heart will I give you,
which is a new mind, man. A righteous mind. And we don't have that right now, man. Okay? We're prone to going off, man. Our spirit want to do the right thing, but the flesh, it kicks in like top gear, man. So it's a constant battle. And so again, so for you Christians to say that you're going to get this, hey, the Lord's speaking about Israel right here, man. Go ahead, keep reading, bro.
It says, and a new spirit will I put in you, and I will take away the stony heart out of your flesh, and I will give you a heart of flesh.
Right. Which that stony heart is his flesh, man. He's going to give us a new mind, a righteous mind. We're going to get righteous bodies, man, that work in tandem with one another, man, that don't go off, man. Go ahead.
And I will put my spirit within you and cause you to walk in my statutes.
That's right. So we're going to be following the law, statutes, commandments. In the new covenant, we follow the law, statutes, commandments like we read, man. Like our heart pump blood, man. Okay, like our eyes blink, man. Okay, we're going to be programmed to follow the law, statutes, commandments of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. Go ahead.
And you shall keep my judgments and do them.
And we're going to keep his judgments, which is his word, his law, statutes, commandments, and we're going to do them, man. We're not going to go off, man. Go ahead.
And you shall dwell in the land that I gave your fathers.
So not only are we going to get the new body, the new mind, the new spirit, we're going to be dwelling in our own land. Is that happening over in Israel right now? Hell no, man. They got the biggest gay parade. They eat kosher pork. They eat children. They circumcising babies with their mouths. They going off, man. Them Edomites over there in Israel are going off, man. And you got Jakes over there too, man. Going off, man. Talking about they vegetarians, they don't eat no meat, man. How the hell you going to follow the Passover, man? You going off, man.
That's right.
Go ahead.
And ye shall dwell in the land that I gave to your fathers, and ye shall be my people, and I shall be your power.
Yep, that land that the Lord gave us our fathers is Israel. Go ahead.
I will also save you from all your uncleanness, and I will call for the corn, and will increase it, and lay no famine upon you.
And that's not happening in Israel today, man. They're not even getting water. They got a water shortage over here in Israel, man. They don't get enough rain over there, man. And on top of that, they making the Palestinians thirsty, man. They're not even giving them no water, man. Go ahead, bro.
Verse 30. And I will multiply.
They got the kibbutz, man. You gotta ship in food from other places in the world, man. When that state of Israel was founded, man, their first export was oranges, man. Fucking oranges, man. They went to South America and they said, look, all we got is what they was lying with other stuff in Israel, but they were telling other people, they were telling the nation, hey, all we got is, I think, like oranges and salt. Some crazy shit, man. And it was like countries in South America, like, look, we got our own oranges. We don't want no fucking oranges, man. What else do you got, man? You want to make us deal with us, man?
Verse 30. And I will multiply that fruit of the tree and the increase of the field.
And that's not happening over there in Israel, man, today. But that's going to happen when the Lord raises us up and save us from our enemies, man, and put us back in our land, man. Hey, the earth is going to be brand new all over again, man.
Right.
Get clean, man. Go ahead.
Well, that you shall receive no more or reproach of famine among the heathen.
Yep.
Then shall you remember your own evil ways and your doings that were not good, and shall loathe yourselves with your own sight for your iniquities and for your abominations.
Yeah, because when the Lord give us those new bodies, man, and shame on us, man, for a little bit, man. Just like 2/3, they're gonna be ashamed, man. They're like, man, I can't believe I did that shit. You know, you had those moments in life where you thinking back about the wicked shit you done did. Like, man, I can't believe I did that shit. You try to shake it off. That's shame, man. That's shame, man. Well, guess what? We're gonna remember all those things, especially when we see that the glory that in which Yahweh Shai gives us, man. But that's only going to be for a short amount of time. It's not going to be always, but it is going to be there with you, man. And we even do that now. We're like, man, I can't believe we fucked up, man. But we know it all had to happen. We, in our minds, we think like, yo, I can't believe I broke the laws of Yahweh Shai. What was I thinking, man? If only would have kept the laws right, we would have been in our own land. We wouldn't have been slaves to nobody. But we know through the Spirit, those things had to happen so we can learn wickedness, man.
That's right.
So we can learn how to rule in righteousness, man. Because that's something that Jake don't understand. See, a lot of you Jakes in your mind, and even out of your own mouths, you speak simple and ignorant things, man. Okay, you speak things like, well, what kind of guy will put his people in slavery, allow his people to go through slavery, allow his people to be destroyed? Hey, the God of the Bible, man. Well, if he really loved us, then why are we going through that? Hey, you know what? You're in school, nigga. Hey, this whole world is a learning environment for the children of Israel, man. The whole world. The fact that the heathen are over us, man, and they're going off doing whatever they want. Guess what? That shows us that this is what happens when the world is ruled under wickedness, man. This is what happens when you commit iniquity, and you transgress the laws of the Lord, man. You get GMO food, you get homosexuals and lesbians and transsexuals running wild, leading you. Okay, you get murder. Okay, you get corruption. Okay, you get war, death, famine. This is what happens, man. So when we rule in the kingdom of heaven, it's going to be a righteous rulership, man. You nations, you're not going to know war no more. We're not going to know death no more. We're not going to know sin no more because we're going to be righteous, man. In Yahweh Shai.
Good, and that's another thing that shows you that the Amalekites aren't the real people of the Lord. What just happened over there in that synagogue where you got a bunch of them shot up? What happened? I thought you were the people of the Lord.
Hey, where was your God at, man?
Yeah.
But you don't even know the name of your own God, man. You call him Hashem. You say the name. lower B, L-O-N. You don't even know your God's name, man. But where was the God in that synagogue? We spoke to the Lord, man. If anybody on the earth, which really, that shit could have been an inside job because nobody saw no bodies, ain't no funerals, nothing. It just happened last week. Nobody said, hey, yo, we're going to go to this funeral. One of the niggas that died in a synagogue. Okay, we have to bury his ass. He shot the fuck up. You got to have a closed casket. None of that shit, yo. So that shit could have been an inside job, which I believe it might have been. You know, you can't put nothing past this devil, man. But the point of the matter, like the brother was saying, hey, if you were the Lord's people, man, y'all shouldn't have died, man. Them bullets should have bounced off you like Superman. But instead, according to you, put 9 people to death or some shit like that? 9 or 11 people to death, man? And everybody heart going down. As soon as the shit happened, show you that them so-called Arabs or Muslims, man, they're scared as fuck. That's you, man. They're scared as fuck, man. They're scared as fuck of the so-called Jews. They raise money for these niggas, man. Or we raise $10,000 for you, man. You got Jake hugging these fucking devils, man. Talking about we love you, come together. Come on, man. That ain't in the scriptures, man. Go ahead, brother.
Verse 32, not for your sake do I do this, save Yahweh, but be it known unto you, be ashamed and confounded.
That was good on there. Let's go back to Go ahead and finish that off.
Be ashamed and confounded for your own ways, O house of Israel.
O house of Israel, man. That didn't say the house of nobody else, man. It didn't say the house of Moab. It didn't say the house of Ammon. It didn't say the house of Edom. It didn't say the house of Ham. It said the house of Israel, man.
Right.
So let's go back to the...
back in Hebrews, chapter 8, verse 6. But now hath he obtained a more excellent ministry, by how much also he's the mediator of a better covenant.
And then he is Yahushua. Go ahead.
Which was established upon better promises.
Which was established upon a better promise. Go ahead.
For if that first covenant had been faultless, then should no place have been sought for the second.
Yep. So if that first covenant was perfect, hey, I'll tell you how much it was before you first. If that first covenant was perfect, the Lord wouldn't need to have the second one. Go ahead.
For finding fault with them.
But he found fault with us, man. It wasn't so much the law or the agreement. It was us. We couldn't keep the agreement.
Right.
We keep it for a little bit, then we go off. Keep it for a little bit, then we go off.
He said, behold, the days come, saith Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushua, when I will make a new covenant with the house of Israel.
No, with the house of Edom.
With the house of Israel.
With the house of Israel, go ahead.
And the house of Judah.
That's right. We split from one kingdom into 2 kingdoms, man. The southern kingdom, Judah, Benjamin, and Levi. The northern kingdom, Ephraim, on down to Issachar, man. Okay? So the Lord said he's going to make a new covenant with the house of Israel and the house of Judah. Go ahead.
Not according to the covenant that I made with their fathers in the days when I took them by the hand to lead them out of the land of Egypt, because they continued not in my covenant, and regarded them not, saith Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua.
Yeah, so the Lord wasn't regarding us, man, for a while, man. Okay? And you can tell that, especially when that translated slave trade area, man. The Lord wasn't regarding us, man. For less than 200 years, the nation straight up forgot about us, man. We forgot ourselves, man. Through all that hardship, getting beat, getting raped, okay, getting enslaved, worked to death. We forgot who we was, man. Hey, that's a cold ass whooping, man. Hey, the Lord gave us that's a dope ass ass whooping. You get somebody, you beat their ass, they forget who they are, man. You know, your mama tell you some shit like that, but you remember. But how about your dad do that shit? How about the other side did it to us? And we forgot, man. We forgot who we was, man. Go ahead.
It says, verse 10, for this is the covenant that I make with the house of Israel.
This is the covenant the Lord's going to make with the house of Israel. These people on this sign right here. Go ahead.
After those days, saith Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua, I will put my law in their mind and write them in their hearts. And I will be to them a power, and they shall be to me a people.
So he's going to be to us a power, we're going to be to him a people. Go ahead.
And They shall not teach every man his neighbor, and every man his brother, saying, Know ye, know the Lord Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushai, for all shall know me.
Right, because right now we're teaching you, man. In the kingdom of heaven, we're not going to be out holding camp. Okay, we're not going to be like, hey, brother, you know you're Israelite, right? Like, you saw a group of Jakes walking the block. They didn't even stop, man. Niggas look dead as shit, man. But in the kingdom of heaven, that's not going to happen, man. They're going to know, oh, man, you were one of the elect. You're a man of the Lord. Hey, Shalom. Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushai brought the stop. B'Hashem the stop. You know? They're going to be shouting you up, man. Hey, you know the Lord. As soon as the baby come out the womb, he or she will be praising Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushai, man. Right. You know what I'm saying? They're going to be in the mindset. Go ahead.
It says, for all shall know me, from the least to the greatest.
All Israelites want to know the Lord from the least to the greatest, man.
For I will be merciful to their unrighteousness,
Yep.
and their sins and their iniquity will I remember no more.
Yeah, so he's going to forgive us, man. Holy, we're going to be wholly forgiven. As a nation, man.
That's right.
As a nation, man. Because right now the Lord is only forgiving the elect, man. But through the elect, we're going to be bringing it back to 2/3 of our nation, man. And they're going to be forgiven too, man. So nigga like Polite, man, in the kingdom, man, hey, he's going to be all right, man. Okay, he's going to be all right, man. But he wants to die a horrible death on this side, man.
Right. Verse 13, in that he saith a new covenant, he hath made the first old. Now that which decayeth and waxeth old is ready to vanish away.
So these nations, they're a bunch of followers, man. And they love them brands and shit. They doing dances that Jake doing shit.
And
they're fucking losers, man. Hey,
free advertising.
Hey, free advertising, man. That's it. Welcome billboards, man. And Jake, you welcome billboards too, man. But the difference is they got the money for this shit. And they might wear some fake shit, they don't even care. But they'll spend like $3,100 for a shirt, man, that say Supreme on it, man. Which is nothing supreme about the fucking Dukes, man. Hey, there's nothing supreme about a Japanese person. There's nothing supreme about a so-called Chinese or Korean person, man. Hey, you people are the opposite of supreme, man. Okay, whatever that is, that's what you are. You're the opposite, man. So there's no supremacy in a so-called white man. Hey, this nigga's a fatty. This woman's a slut, man. The biggest on earth, man. This nigga, this the type of nigga that'll let you pop this woman right in front of him while he's jacking off. That's it. What is supreme about that, bro? Hey, Jake, that's what Jake should get out of saying that, hey, the so-called white man is supremacy, man. Because there's no supremacy with them, man. Hey, these nations are fraudulent, man. Hey, that's why the Lord is only dealing with us, man. Can you get Isaiah 40 and 17, man? Hey, the Lord is only dealing with his nation, man. So when it comes to salvation, when it comes to the kingdom of heaven, when it comes to the spirit of righteousness, when it comes to everlasting life, that only applies to one people, the people on this side right here.
Right.
People that don't even care. There's only one nation on the earth that really don't care that they're Israelites, man. But these people on this side right here, man. Okay? You don't even care, man. Oh, what use of that? What that gonna get me now? You like a white man, you want yours now. You don't want to suffer.
What is the birthright good for me, man?
Yeah, just like Esau. That's why they said the God of this world blinded them. The God of this world, which is Esau. He blinded 2/3 of Israel, man.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 40, verse 17. All nations before him are as nothing.
All nations before the God of the Bible, Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushai, are as nothing.
And they are counted to him less than nothing.
They are counted to the Most High less than nothing.
And vanity.
And vanity. So you got, hey, when you less than nothing, how the hell can you be supreme? When you less than nothing, how can you be supreme? The so-called white man is less than nothing. That nigga is negative less than nothing, man. Negative, man. You never gonna get in the positive in kingdom of heaven, man. Even if you so-called do something right, nigga, it's wrong, man. Why? Because you did it, nigga. Because you did it. You touched it, nigga. And anything you touch, you ruin, man. You make it wicked, man.
That's right.
You just do it, man. You talk about us, our skin complexion is a curse. Nigga, your skin complexion is a curse, man. Blonde hair, blue eyes, pale skin, leopard skin. That's a curse, man. Anytime you gotta get, you leave the world and skin cancer, okay, you all fucked up in the mind. That blonde, that dead-ass blonde hair, that shit is death, man. That's called leprosy of the scalp, man. You all kinds of fucked up, man. And on top of that, the spirit that's in you is not upright. So again, anything you do in the kingdom of heaven is gonna be wrong. That's why you're not gonna be near none of our houses, man. I don't know about this brother. Ain't gonna be no Edomites in my house, bro. Ain't gonna be no men in my house except me, man. When my son turned 12, his ass going home, man. To his house, man. To his super palace, man. To his wives and children, man. Ain't gonna be no Edomites. Cause look, you let an Edomite in your crib, hey, six start coming up missing. This nigga start trying to hump the lamp post. You know what I'm saying?
Plotting against you.
Plotting against you, man. Hey, let me be real nice to him so I can get up in that seat. And I got 1,000 years to play with this nigga, man. I might even just let him do it. I might even let him try. I'm like, look, I'm like, oh yeah, you know, that dick sucking ass Edomite. I'm like, oh yeah, my master. You know, start snitching on the people and shit. No, they plotting against you. Every time, the little creepy ass nigga be sitting behind you like this and shit, they plotting against you. Oh yes, now is the time to strike. You know, he want to be the voice behind the throne, and then they'll bust his ass, man. Hey, nigga, you can never sit him up. Go ahead and sit. Matter of fact, hey, come here, Esau. Go ahead and try to sit there, nigga. He's gonna burn the fuck up, nigga. Oh, you ain't even gonna die, and now I have to destroy the whole palace because you was in it, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Hey, everything the so-called white man touch turns to shit, man. There's a beautiful video on YouTube. It was a show called Smallville. Lex Luthor. This nigga was running around. It was beautiful, man. It was paradise, man. Everything the nigga touched turned to sludge, man. The beautiful earth turned to shit, man. Hey, like my woman says, man, Esau has hands of stomach, man. Hands of shit, man. Every time he touches something, it turns to shit. Hands of stomach, man. And that's why you gotta go, man. Go ahead, brother.
This is the book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 6, verse 56. As for the other people which also come of Adam, thou hast said they are nothing, but like unto spittle.
Thou hast said they are nothing, but be like unto spittle, man. So when you spit, you don't take it back like, oh shit, I spit, I gotta pick that up, man. No, you just spit, you keep walking, man. And if somebody spit on you, man, hey, you want to take their fucking head off, man. Right. Only time somebody gets spit on you is, you know, my woman. You know what I'm saying? And she know what I'm talking about. She ain't gonna spit in my face. Hey, Esau nasty, yo. Hey, this nigga, I saw a video on YouTube, World Star, man. This Esau was arguing with another Edomite. Arguing with another Edomite and shit. He spit in his mouth, bro. And then look who came to save the white bitch, a black bitch. That black bitch push him down. That's a female, man. Who gives a fuck, man? Should have been arguing with me, yeah? But the point of the matter is, Esau's such a low-down, dirty dog. He'll spit in your mouth. He does that. He does that. He spits in your mouth, man. Somebody, I was a kid, some dude spit on me, man. I want to kill this nigga, man. I want to kill this nigga, man. You know? But that's Esau, man. And that's what it says, as for the other people that also come of Adam, thou hast said they are like what?
Thou hast said they are nothing.
They are nothing.
But like unto spittle.
But be like unto spittle, spit, man. So you see these nations with supreme this, supreme that, nigga, you ain't shit, man.
That's right.
Okay? You got everybody, hey, the white man got everybody bugged out, man. You got bitches walking around here with blonde hair, blue eyes, man. All fucked up in the mind, man.
That's
Why?
right.
Because inwardly they want to be him. They want to be Esau. I don't know if she was one of our people. She could have been a Jake. She looked like a Jake. But you see our people, she was butt naked out here, bro. She had her ass popping through her fucking turtleneck, man. Just going on off, man. But when you see the white man, hey, they just walk around like, oh, la-di-da-di-da. Hey, in the kingdom of heaven, bro, you're never gonna see no shit like that, bro. If ever my woman, any of my women have some shit on like that, bro, it's gonna be my eyes only, man.
That's right.
I ain't gonna be looking back like, oh shit. I mean, ain't gonna be no Edomite. Like, oh, man, whoa, man, you gotta go, man. They like, hey, what? If we gotta sit down, go with us, bro, remind me, White Man's Burden. Hey, because Esau, which is played by John Travolta, he's Jacob. But Esau, this nigga, he's supposed to go drop off to show you the wickedness of Esau, right? So he's supposed to go drop off a package, right? And he's supposed to do it in the front of the house, okay? But nobody was answering. So this nigga walks, he takes it upon himself to walk on the property, and behind the property you can see upstairs and shit. So Jake's wife, she was changing. And she had the windows open. Why shouldn't she? It's her property. She ain't thinking like an Esau, he might gonna be checking her out and shit. So Jake was on the phone, he had the window open and shit. So he looked at this nigga like, then he looked over, he see his woman, and then he's like, he ain't getting mad, he ain't killing nigga. He made a phone call. He said, hey, matter of fact, he didn't do that. The head dude came over, Jake that was over the Edomite, he came over the house for dinner. He's like, hey, that guy that you had come by earlier, hey, don't send him again, man. And then that led to the nigga getting fired, man. Why? Because he looked at his man's wife, but you're not supposed to look at another man's nakedness, man. Hey, nigga, first of all, you delivering packages. Why the fuck you looking up, nigga? You supposed to be looking down. You know? But that shows you how Esau will go up. So imagine in the kingdom of heaven, your woman, she's washing her up and shit. She's getting fresh for you. She ain't getting fresh to death for nobody else. She's getting fresh for you. And then the Edomite, you send this nigga with some packages and shit. Hey, go drop this off at this house over here. It be my Edomite, right? And then his brother giving me a call, but hey, can borrow your holiday, man. What's going on, brother? Hey, that guy used to come here last time. Hey, don't send him again. What happened, bro? And he's gonna tell me. He ain't gotta tell me, I already know. All right, he done fucked up, huh? Now you gotta kill this nigga, man. He ain't gonna fire this nigga, you gotta kill him. Why? Because he's wicked, man. And you brothers need to watch White Man's Burden, man. It's a dope ass movie, bro. We gonna watch it, bro. We gonna watch it, man. Don't spoil it, man. We gonna watch it together, man. Then we gonna do a video, man.
Back in 2nd Ezra chapter 6, it says, and as I'll read 56 again. As for the other people which also come of Adam, thou hast said that they are nothing, but like unto spittle.
Must be like unto spittle, man. So these other nations, man, they should never in their mind not have a shirt. They should think in their minds that they're better than you. And when you look at these other nations, brother, hey, don't be putting your fucking head down, man. Hey, you look at them in their eyes, man. And you tell them, hey, fuck, stop looking at me. You know? Don't fill out a place when you go somewhere. Hey, they're beneath you, man.
Right.
That's not saying go out there and start knocking an Edomite upside the head. Come on, man. You gotta be wise, man. I'm just saying, like, yo, you supposed to have a superior mindset, man. When you see these people, you're supposed to say, you ain't shit, man. Our people, we built this kingdom for you. For free. What did you do? Besides rape and pillage and steal. And then you take credit. Falsified credit for something that you didn't do. We better than you, man. Go ahead, man. We better than all you nations, man. Everybody on this side right here, we're better than all the rest of these nations of the earth.
That's right.
Go ahead.
And it's likened the abundance of them to a drop that falleth from a vessel.
Yeah, so if you got a vessel of water, you're not thinking about a drop that falls. Oh, you picking a bucket of water up and some spill. You're not like, oh shit, you're not, hey, whatever, man. I got all the water in the bucket, so I'm just gonna keep going where I'm going. So I put this thing down. That's what you nations are, man. People are like, oh man, the Chinese are they're a billion people. The Africans, they're a billion strong. You ain't nothing, man.
That's right.
The bulk of your nation is Israelites anyway. The bulk, or Edomites. That was it on that?
Yeah, that was hard. Thank you.
Yeah, right?
We're just finishing.
Yeah. So let's go to, hey, you know that scripture in 2nd Ezra, man, I think it's like 3. It says, what nation has made has followed your law? Something like that. Yeah, man, so our nation, man, we're better than these other people, man. And it's time for us to wake up and see that, man. It's not to walk in pride, man. Okay? But that's what comes with being a royal mentality, man. You have dignity, man. Dignity and integrity, man. Our people, you don't have dignity, man. Especially when they come to these other nations, man. Okay? See, these fools, they just They dumb, man. They just walk, they styling and shit for no reason, man. Oh, look, Negroes, Hispanics. Oh, wow, I can't believe that. They're standing out here with Bibles. Talk to a camera. Oh, God, look at this. You know, they get enamored. Really, these women, they get enamored by Jake, man. And look, we at a lower state. I know you can't help yourself when you see this beautiful brown skin, you see this colorful complected skin. I know you see it. You know, look. You see? She's all wet and shit. Oh, man. BBC. She gets all turned on and shit. Start creaming her pants. BLC, BBC. Oh, that's a match made in heaven for old girl. Go crazy, man. They go crazy, man. Fucking crazy, man. Calm down, man. Control yourself, man. Go ahead and read, bro.
It's the book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 3, verse 31.
Yeah.
It says, I do not remember how this may be left. Are the sons of Babylon better than they of Zion?
Yeah, are the sons of Babylon better than they of Zion? And modern day Babylon is America. And who runs America? Which sons on the earth? Hey, the sons of the wicked, are they better than Zion? Hell no, man. If they was better, why you got our people running up and down the football field on a Sunday, man? Catching pigskins and shit, man. Making touchdowns and giving you ad revenue, man. Bouncing the ball, shooting in the hoop and shit. You ain't better than us. Go ahead and read it again.
2nd Ezra 3 and 31. I do not remember how this way may be left. Are the sons of Babylon better than they of Zion?
Are they better than they of Zion? Go ahead.
Was there any other people that knoweth thee beside Israel?
Is there any other nation that know Yahweh Shemashah besides Israel? And the answer to that is no. These other nations don't know the Lord, man.
That's right.
Because if they did, they'd be seeking after the Lord, man. Instead, they praying to idols, man. Buddha, Hare Krishna. Sign it right there. They're calling on idols, man. They got money gods and shit. Okay? They're calling on Baphomet, Satan, Buddha, the sitting Buddha. Okay? Hare Krishna, Allah. Okay? Scientology. That's just a made-up religion by a goddamn demon. L. Ron Hubbard, man. He's dead now. But guess what? You got that shit is a powerful movement in Hollywood, man. The so-called Jew, all these idols, man, and any other idol, man, that you can come up with, man. These nations, they're not called, none of these nations are called on the how about you know what's up, brother, sign down. So what other nation? Read it again.
2nd Ezra 3, verse 32. Is there any other people that know thee besides Israel?
Is there any other people that know you, Yahweh Shemashah, besides Israel? The answer is no. Right?
Well, what generation hath so blessed a covenant as Jacob?
And what generation have so blessed the covenant of Jacob? That's why everybody want to be us, but they don't want to be us, man. Like Paul Mooney said, everybody want to be a nigga, but nobody want to be a nigga, man. And you want to dress like Jake, you want to walk and talk and eat, fuck, all that like us, man.
Right.
But you don't want to be us, man. When it come to catch the hell, when it come to the curses, you no, I'm not an Israelite. I ain't got nothing with me. But when we win it, we want to be around, man. Hey, and the prime example of that is this tennis player, man. She's a Levite. But her mother is an Ammonite, man, a so-called Japanese woman. And Japan, they didn't even want to fuck with her, man. My own grandfather, man, he just owned her, man. He just owned her parents, man, her mother. Because she had a baby with a so-called black, a couple of kids with a so-called black man, a so-called Haitian man. Okay? I forget her name, man. Her name is like Naomi something, man. Naomi something. If any of you brothers know her name, go ahead and put it on a comment board, man. But yeah, she's the nation, they didn't want to fuck with her, man. But then when she beat Serena Williams, man, it took an Israelite to beat an Israelite. When she beat Serena Williams, man, she was getting all this accolades and credit. Japan was like, oh yeah, they loving her and shit, man. They roll up a red carpet for her ass and shit. You know? Just 5 years ago, nobody was fucking with her, man. Nobody was fucking with her, man. Especially them Japanese people, man. Show you that they only deal with you when you win it, man. They fuck with Jordan. They think every tall nigga is Michael Jordan or Kobe Bryant. a stupid nation, man. You people are dumb, man. When we're winning for you, that's when you want to hold fast to us, man. But if we ain't doing nothing that you can exploit or that you can, you know, show some type of, because what kind of national pride does a Japanese person have? Really? You know, being kamikaze, blowing yourself up in your own ships, I mean, in your own, your fucking warplanes, committing Harry, killing yourself.
Some of them say about the samurais and shit when the first samurais were Jake, man.
Yeah, man. Again, they only fuck with Jake when it's advantageous to them, man. Yeah, like the brother Naomi Osaka, man. That's her name, man. But nobody fucking with Naomi Osaka, man. Especially you gooks, man. You ain't had no love for her, man. But then soon she beat Serena Williams, now she's playing for Japan. And then they start picking you on the thing, oh yeah, so how you feel about winning for Japan? She goes, well, I also have Haitian too. My father's Haitian. You're the Javites, man. Javites. See, you want to know, man. And everybody knows, man. Everybody knows, man. Hey, what tribe the Hawaiians come from? Hey, the Javites, man. You're the Javites in the Bible, man. But the point of the matter is these nations, they don't deal with us unless we cool, we doing something in their favor, man.
Like Bruno Mars, man.
Yeah.
Bruno Mars is a so-called Ephraimite.
He's an Ephraimite. He's so-called Puerto Rican, man. He dancing, singing, all that shit. But you fucking Javites, man, you dick sucking it like a motherfucker, man. Long stroking him, man. Oh, Bruno Mars. Bruno Mars is from Hawaii. He's Hawaiian on. Bruno Mars. Man, that nigga was dancing on the corners, man. Making a living, man. Nobody was fucking with this little nigga, man. Nigga get famous, sacrifice his mom, but she was a heathen anyway, so fuck her, man. But the point of the matter, he still had to do it. He still had to do it. Hey, but he don't even, he really talked about being a so-called Filipino, man. He said, I'm Puerto Rican, man. My dad was a pimp. He loves his Jake side, man. He loves his Jake side, man. He loves it, man. But you other nations, you clinging on to him like he came out of York. I mean, he just grew up here, man. He's an Israelite, man.
That's right.
He's a whole Israelite, man.
Right.
And you Japanese, you so-called Polynesians, you want to dick suck Bruno Mars like he one of y'all. He ain't one of you, man. He's one of us, man. He come from this side right here. He's an Ephraimite, man. And he knows it too, man. He knows he's an Israelite, man. Because you don't see no, when's the last time you seen a Japanese, so-called Polynesian sing like that, dancing like that, selling out arenas, man? Never!
That's right.
Even that fat ass Easy couldn't do that. That nigga said, I see sunrise that are blue. He took a Jake song, Louis Armstrong, nigga. And then you mix it with another song, man, and make a hit, man.
That's right.
Get the fuck out of here, man. And you nations ain't shit, man, without us, man. We're the salt of the earth, man.
That's right.
And you're gonna learn that, man. You're gonna learn that, man. Yeah, hey, The Rock, like the brother said, The Rock, Dwayne Johnson, another one. He ain't Samoan. Man, that nigga dead black as the fucking sea. Man, his dad was popping a Samoan bitch, man. He got you some Samoan box, man. And had a couple of kids with her ass, man. But he looks like a Samoan, man.
Nice skin,
oh, and he got a daughter. He got a daughter. That bitch looks just like a Samoan. His oldest child, she looks just like a Samoan, bro. Yeah, but she's a Judite. The Rock is so-called black. Hey, if The Rock was out here selling meth, none of you be fucking with him like that, man. That nigga was out here working, cutting trees and shit, and those lime green shirts. None of y'all be fucking with him like that, man. But because he's famous, now these nations, they want to hold fast to him. Oh, The Rock, he's Samoan, he be doing the hotla and shit. He hold fast to his mother's side, but he don't really mention about being a Judite, man. He never talks about it, man. He got the Samoan tattoo. He got Samoan cousin that look just like him and shit. Being a stunt double. Why? Because you nations, you proud when our people get with you, man. Okay, but if we ain't doing nothing for you, you don't want to do it. True, man. True, man. Hey, read the scriptures, man. True, man.
Back in 2nd Ezra chapter 3.
That's the world we filled with, man. A bunch of fucking weirdos, man. And costumes, man. Fucking weirdos and costumes, man. They get all excited for that shit. Hey, death to America, man. Fuck this place, man. Hey, go ahead and read, man.
2nd Ezra 3, verse 33.
True, man.
It says, and yet their reward appeareth not, and their labor hath no fruit. For I have gone here and there.
I'm sorry, say it again. Say it again.
I'll read 32 now. Second Ezra 3 and 32. Or is there any people that knoweth thee beside Israel? Or what generation hath so believed thy covenant as Jacob?
None of these other nations believe the covenant, man. Go ahead.
And yet their reward appeareth not, and their labor hath no fruit.
Yeah, so our reward, you look at our reward, you're like, man, these so-called blacks, Native Americans, they can't possibly be the Lord's people because, look, they're still on the bottom. We're on top. Their labor ain't got no fruit. Go ahead.
Well, it says, and the labor had no fruit, for I have gone here and there through the heathen, and see that they flow in wealth.
All these heathens are flowing in wealth, man. When you look at the so-called, turn the sun around. You look at these nations, man. Under Israel, man, these nations, they're flowing in wealth, man. Starting with the so-called white man, the nation of Edom. They're flowing in wealth, man. But when you look at our people, we're not flowing in wealth. Read that question again.
Second Ezra 2, 3 and 33. And yet the reward appeared not, and their labors have no fruit.
Yeah, when you look at our labors, the so-called black, Hispanic, Native American labors, ain't got no fruit, man. You just look at it like, oh, these people are just cursed people. But we're not cursed, man. Keep reading.
Well, for I have gone here and there through the heathen, and I see that they flow in wealth.
Yeah.
And think not upon thy commandments.
Right, none of these nations under Israel, they're not thinking about the Lord, man. And they flowing in wealth, man. They're like, oh, we're winning. When you look at our people on the sign, when you turn it around, you got to turn it around, but when you look at our people, we're not flowing in wealth, man. But we're thinking about the Lord, man. These other nations, they're not thinking about the God of the Bible. Hey, they're thinking about Buddha, Hare Krishna, or somebody else, man. Keep reading.
Verse 34. Weigh thou therefore our wickedness now in the balance, and theirs also that dwell in the earth.
Yeah.
And so shall thy name nowhere be found but in Israel.
Yeah, you weigh our wickedness and you weigh their wickedness in the earth. Hey, your name of Yahweh is only found in Yahshua, man, and Israel, man. It's not found in nobody else, man. Hey, none of these other nations. You can go to the Polynesians, you can go to the Arabs, you can go to the so-called white man, you can go to the so-called, you can go to all these different nations, and none of them are calling on Yahweh Yahweh. None of them are thinking of the Lord that they got wealth, man. Oh, they just naturally get it. They think there's something special about them, man. When it's a lie, man.
Verse 35, or when was it that they which dwell upon earth have not sinned in thy sight?
Yeah.
Or what people had so kept thy commandments?
Yeah, no other nation has kept the Lord's commandments. Name one nation that's kept the commandments of the Lord, man.
Thou shalt find that Israel by name hath kept thy precepts.
These people to sell. Let's turn it back around. Let's turn it back around. Turn it back around. These people right here, we kept the Lord's statutes, man. None of these other nations did it, man. You know about this, man? You guys know anything about this? What we talking about? You know anything about what we talking about? I saw you reading the slide. I thought you knew something. Hey, what's your nationality, man? You're a French? You're a French? What is your mother and your father? Yeah, so Israelite. So yeah, according to the 70 AD, over 1 million of our people fled from Syria and Africa. We had Southwest Africa, they go back. Economy. Yeah. All those are all Israelites, man. Why? Because we scattered over here and scattered over here about most of them here. So the trade in the slave trade did not bring slaves to the law. Yes, they did. And then so what will make me different than you, right? Except that I speak English and you speak French. And the only reason why you speak French is because the French colonized the world. Yeah, well, I'm an Israelite. Yeah, we believe in the God of the Bible. We believe in what you call outside. Because the word, do you know where the word Christian came from? No. So the word Christian. Okay, so the word Christian means anointed. It means Christian, Christianity. It really goes back to the land. Acts chapter 11, verse 26. Yeah, Acts 11, 26 said what? That we were first called Christians in Antioch. And that was used as a derogatory term as far as worship. Nevertheless, you are a Muslim. I'm not a Muslim. Muslim? Yeah. Okay, so that's another religion. About that. Isaac is Jacob's father. So it says this in the Quran. It says this. I'm sorry. Yeah, so this is Surah 249. It says, and in that great trial of the Lord, it says, in a good word. I'm sorry, this is not right.
Actually, the Quran, you can't just take the part, because actually the Quran was revealed. It's like a story. If you take one part, you won't be able to understand.
So but the Quran says this: if you can't find certain things that you need because of parents, then go to the Bible. Why does it do that? When the Bible says, sorry, go ahead.
Find me this. Okay. Because like I told you,
Quran. I'm sorry about this, but
this see what the Quran
says.
Actually, the Jews, as a Christian,
yeah,
but actually, you have to box this verse.
It says,
to understand the verse properly.
I used to have it, but now I can't think of it so quickly because I don't remember the read. I'm trying to find it, but I'm trying to get it.
Like I told you, it's like I take one verse of the Bible and I say,
right.
Actually, because the Quran, everything has been revealed, in, how do you say,
It's a revelation.
Yeah, but in a concept, you know.
Okay.
Every verse has
Context.
like context, in the context. And you know, you have some verse where they say, kill them wherever you find them.
Yeah.
But if you take this verse at this time, you say like kill all the Christians, all the Jews, everything. But actually it means, because the Arab between this time they was in war with the Muslims. It means kill. You are actually
Isaiah chapter 34, verse 16. Seek ye out of the book of the Lord and read. None of these shall fail, none shall want her mate.
Right, so first and foremost, the book of the Lord is only one book of God. And that's the Bible. The one God, his name is Yahweh, and his son name is Yahweh. That's the Bible. The Quran came, what, 600 years after. On top of that, all, if you know anything about the Bible, all the prophets of God are Israelites. Muhammad is an Israelite. He's an Arab. He came from Abraham, but he's not the son of God.
Because actually before Abraham, was he Israel?
No, because Abraham was what? He was the son of God.
Yeah, but just notice that, you know, all the prophets before, there was Israel, but Israel is actually a prophet.
Right, I know. No, Israel,
What's the name of the prophet?
No, Israel.
The prophet Jacob.
No.
Jacob.
His name is Jacob, he was taken to Israel.
Yeah.
He wasn't a prophet, but he wasn't being the people himself. Area of land, right?
The name of the prophet.
Israel is named after the Hey, can you get 2nd Ezra chapter 5? Yeah, I'll turn it around. I'll turn it around. Oh, Ishmael, right? Yeah. Right. But guess what? Ishmael, matter of fact, that's good right there. Romans chapter 9. Because that's who the seed is called. The royal seed or the holy seed, the same thing.
Right, they are all sort of prophets. What they are, you know.
Okay, I'm gonna give it to you.
Like, so, I don't know how to say in English. No, I'll ask you a question. Okay. Because actually, you know, like you said, they all come from Abraham.
Right, so you said everybody all takes the paper, right? Isaac, right? Okay, but guess what? In Ishmael, the seed wasn't called. The holy seed with the promise. You know, the promise, the kingdom, the service of the Heavenly Father, and his law, statutes, and commandments, it wasn't given to them. And that's why we're trying to create this. Right here it says this. This is Romans chapter 9, verse 6. It says, not as though the word of God has not taken into effect, for they are not all Israel which are of Israel. Neither because are they the sons of Abraham. Who are the sons of Abraham? Ishmael, Isaac, and his 6 sons before. Right? Before had 6 sons. He had 6 sons, he had 8 sons all together. It says this. Neither because they are the seed of Abraham are they all the children, but in Isaac shall thy seed be called. So the royal seed is called in Isaac, not Ishmael. Ishmael was older than Isaac. It says this, that is, they which are the children of the flesh, these are not the children of God, but the children of the promise are counted for the seed. So even though Ishmael came from Abraham's seed, okay, he was the son of the flesh. Matter of fact, his wife Sarah gave us Hagar, Ishmael's mother. She was a body of a slave woman, right? So he created him because he was getting old and he had no son. He's like, look, since my age at 75, he can get a son. He got a son, which is Ishmael. But that seed, or the holy seed, the promise that the promise wasn't given to Ishmael. It was given to Isaac, your forefather. The reason why you follow Islam is because that's the belief. They have nothing to do with the nationality of God again, your forefather. No, you don't believe in God and Bible. You believe in Allah. You don't believe in Allah. That's the problem.
like Jesus for us is only a prophet.
Okay, but see, first of all, his name wasn't Isa. His name was not Isa. His name was Yahweh.
But it's actually in language of people from Israel.
Right, Hebrew. So, and guess what language Ishmael spoke? Hebrew. Ishmael spoke Hebrew.
That was Arabic.
It's all Hebrew.
Because actually he was born in an Arabic peninsula.
Listen. Just because we're born doesn't make us who you are. Hold on. Okay, listen. So the language that Abraham spoke was Hebrew. That's the language he spoke with God. Him and God spoke Hebrew.
The language of
he taught his it's a language of that's the language he spoke was Hebrew or Ibari. Okay? Now he taught his son Ishmael, he taught his son Isaac Hebrew. They didn't speak Arabic. Arabic. First of all, what does the word Arabic mean? Arab. What does Arab mean?
In English, Arabic. No, in Arab, it means people from the desert.
Okay, so first of all, the word Arab is Arab means mixed.
I'm studying Arabic.
Okay, I'm not saying you. I'm not saying you're from you. I know. I'm studying you. I study Hebrew, Arabic, Greek, as well as Latin.
What does it mean, Arabic?
Arabic. I got you the word Arab means.
Arab means, people from the desert.
First of all, who else? The people that were weren't just Arabic people. The term Arabic is the Lord's son as well as Israel. They all have a word, but they were a mix of people. When you look at the word Arab, it means mix. That's my phone. I'm not making this up. I'm not pulling something behind. I'm telling you the truth. I study this stuff. I'm not going to come out here and just make something up.
It doesn't. Actually, I study Arabic because I talk Arabic.
Okay. But that's a language.
Yeah, it's a language.
Yeah, but it's
actually,
not your national language.
yeah, it's not your national language. I've learned, but I study, the meaning of the word.
So when you look at the word Arabic, etymology is 7 words, right? Etymology. Not Arabic, but Arabic. Okay, so even if you say that, you're not religion, but it's a religion, but that's not the nationality of your God. Your God,
My God has no nationality.
but that's how it has. We're not saying that nationality, but that's people. God is people. God is not people. Can you get Isaiah? I'm sorry, Joel.
This is not crazy. This guy just
Right. So just because you created him doesn't mean that he's I don't even know.
He's among the creation.
What's his nationality?
My question. Yeah.
He's an Israelite too. So the point of the matter is this, that because what a God of the Bible doesn't accept it. That's why I tell you, he has a people. It's Joel chapter 2, verse 27. And ye shall know that I am in the midst of Israel, and that I am the Lord your God, and none else. And my people shall never be ashamed. So God has people. According to the Bible, God has people. So, right, what supersedes? Okay, look.
You're a good boy, bro. Because who has been sent
Yahweh Shai.
Has been sent to Israel?
Yeah, only way.
Okay, why?
Because
No, just answer to me. Why?
I'm asking you.
No, yeah.
I don't
Why?
speak on my own heart.
Yeah.
I'm speaking on my wife.
You know why? Because there was wrong to
Okay, so our people did wrong. And guess what? So what? The Lord didn't do away with the people.
like to people to reform themselves.
But redemption, that's what the word before.
Yeah.
Right, to redeem.
Yeah. To believe in one person.
Right, but the God of the Bible is not Allah. He didn't send Muhammad. He didn't send Muhammad to be a prophet to his
Created all of us.
Okay, the Most High created it. What does that mean?
Huh?
Just because somebody created it doesn't mean that we're all related.
Yeah, but we believe in it.
You know, but you don't. You believe in Allah. I believe in God. So those are two different gods.
Yeah, for you. But for me, you're my brother. I'm
All right, man, I'll take that, but hey, you gotta wake up, man. That's fine. You're an Israelite, okay?
Take it easy, man.
All right, you too, man. Go ahead and read. That's what you got. Sorry. Go ahead and read.
Yeah, Jacob, that is no shit.
Yeah, like Apostle Hart said, man, if a person is an Islam man, really, we're not even supposed to contend with that nigga. And we're supposed to just let it go. Hey, but hey, it was all for edification's sake, man. Because you can't really get an edge in, a word in edgewise. I try to bring something out. He wanted to cut it off. Then he wanted me to speak out of my own heart. He wanted me to tell you who God gave me. But I'm telling you, go ahead.
The book of Acts, chapter 5, verse 29. Then Peter and the other apostles answered and said, we ought to obey the Heavenly Father rather than men.
And that dude right there, he's just a man. He a lost Israelite. Go ahead.
The power of our fathers raised up Yahushai, whom ye slew and hung on a tree.
The power of our fathers raised up Yahushai, whom you slew and hang on a tree. Go ahead.
Him, the Heavenly Father exalts right hand David, repentance to Israel. To Israel.
No, to the Arabs.
Israel.
To people that believe in the God of the Arabs.
To Israel.
To Israel. The Lord said what? He's raised up Yahushai. Read that portion again.
Him had the Heavenly Father exalted with his right hand.
So the Most High Yahweh exalted his son with his right hand. Go ahead.
To be a prince and a savior.
To be a prince and a savior.
For to give repentance to Israel.
To give repentance to Israel. Nobody else, man. So yes, the Most High has a people. Yes, he sent his son for only his people. He didn't get, nobody else is here on this earth to get something unless you are Israelite. And chiefly in this time, you gotta be the elect of Israel. Okay, it's not about you believing in one God, man. That's some Muhammad, Catholic, universal thinking. Because that dude didn't even know that Islam came out of the Catholic Church. That the Bible, that the Quran took a whole lot from the Bible, man. Why? To get the people to believe. And then they raised up a fraudulent prophet named Muhammad, who was a total demon. Okay? He was a pedophile demon. All right? This guy took a whole bunch from Zoroastrianism as well as the Bible, chiefly from the Bible, the Jews, and he put his own shit together, man. He said instead of facing east to Jerusalem, face east to Mecca. Instead of praying 3 times a day, pray 5 times a day. Instead of having a day of atonement where you don't eat or drink, have sex, do nothing, but you atoning for your sins, he said, hey, you don't got to do the whole day. Just do it from sundown, from sun up to sundown, man. And that's cool with me. You see, he was a straight up demon. You know, and what you're going to learn is a majority of people that's in these religions, they don't even know what. They don't even know anything about their own religion. You can say, I study religion, I study my religion, but you really don't. You study what was given to you. You study the curriculum that was given to you, man. Here, read this Quran, read this book right here. It hasn't been changed. It hasn't been translated, nothing. It's the only holy book. You're right, man. Muhammad is his last prophet. No, he wasn't. First of all, Muhammad wasn't an Israelite, so he was not a prophet. Okay? All the prophets are Israelites, man. Every last one of them. And they're here today. The scripture says what? The spirit of the prophets belongeth unto the prophets.
It's the book of John, chapter 4, verse 22. It says, ye worship, ye know not what.
Yeah, you worship, you know not what we worship. Go ahead.
Well, we know we worship.
We know who, what, and who we worship, man. We worship Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai.
For salvation is of the Jews.
For salvation is of the Jews, of the Israelites. That's not for nobody else, man. All those other religions do nothing more than justify your wickedness, man. In Islam, you ain't gotta, the most you gotta do is what? Pray 5 times a day, beat your head on the concrete, and not eat pork. In certain occasions, man. Because according to Islam, according to the Quran, there's lawful instances where you can eat pork. But you going off.
That's right.
You going off, man. You worship, you know not what we worship. For salvation is of the Jews. Go ahead.
It says, but the hour cometh, and now is, when the true worshipers shall worship the Father in spirit and in truth.
Yeah, and we're in that hour, man. And we are the true worshipers, man. We're worshiping the Lord in spirit and in truth, which are one and the same. We worship in the spirit of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, as well as truth, the spirit of truth. Okay? The truth has come out that all those other religions, those religions of the world, they're nothing more but lies, man. That's why you can see a Muslim-ass nigga, he can be a demon, straight up drug dealer, a murderer. All you gotta do is make penance back to Allah, and he's cool. Get on his deen, and make sure he makes it to Arab sometime in his life to walk around a goddamn stone, man. Which that's nothing, that's all Allah is. He's a transgender stone god, man. That's all he is, man. You gotta kiss a vagina? First of all, I thought your God was a man. Why are you kissing a vagina? Wouldn't you walking around millions of people to get to the corner of the Kaaba to kiss a fucking vagina, man? And we did a lesson on it, so we ain't gotta go too deep in it, but the point of the matter is, you people, you're not worshiping the same God. That's all Catholic doctrine, man. That universal God, that whatever God you worship is cool because it's all the same. But it's not. It's not the same. The Lord didn't deal, the word, he don't even know what Ishmael means in Hebrew, man. Yashama Allah. It says he has heard of the power, man. But he is not the power. He heard of it. And the scripture said, in Isaac shall thy seed be called. Not the children of the flesh. Ishmael was just a son of the flesh, man. Just to give Abraham an heir, because he didn't have no sons. He had loyal servants, and he had his woman, Sarah. But his woman had a servant, a handmaid. And so she gave her handmaid. And then what her handmaid do? She started magnifying herself against her, man. And then on top of that, Sarah being the woman that she is, she tried to take it back. She gave him the woman, the wife for Abraham. But then when she had a son, she got mad. As if, what the fuck is that? You know, being a nigga woman. That's a nigga woman for you, man. But the point of the matter is, if Ishmael was the Lord's people, if who was the Lord was dealing with, why did the Lord, Yahweh, send his son Yahweh Shai with the 2 angels down to tell Abraham that he was going to be back a year from now? And when he see him, he was going to be happy. Why did he tell him that? Because the one that was going to be accounting for the promise was Isaac, which is Yahweh Shai. You got it.
Back to
what would you eat? I actually get something. Oh, you got
418?
No. We're talking about this, spread like the wind. So.
Oh, I read, you worship me not number 1.
Yeah. So can you go to Isaiah 45:17? Like the brother said, he said New Age, New World Order, religion doctrine, all about bringing all nations together. And that's what Islam is about, man. And anybody could be a Muslim, man. You can have a Moabite, an Ammonite, an Israelite, an Edomite. As long as you believe in Ali Akbar, you good. But being, first of all, we're not dealing with religion, man. We're dealing with our nationality. This book has everything to do with our nationality, nothing to do with religion. And if you do want to talk about religion, the true religion is to worship Yahweh Shai.
Right.
So at the end of the day, this has nothing to do with religion. See, when you're an Israelite, you're coming back to your nationality. Every nation has its own God, right? The scripture says in Psalm 95 and 6, 96 and 5, that all the nations, all the gods of the nations are idols, but the Most High Yahweh created the heavens, man.
Right.
See, Allah didn't create the heavens. Buddha didn't create the heavens. Joseph Smith didn't create the heavens. In fact, somebody named Jesus Christ didn't create the heavens. Yahweh Shai created the heavens on the behest of his father Yahweh, along with the holy angels, man. Go ahead and read.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 45, verse 17. But Israel shall be saved in Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai.
But Israel shall be saved in Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai.
With an everlasting salvation.
Meaning never ending.
For you shall not be ashamed nor confounded, world without end.
So when you read John 2:16, that world without end, okay, is what? Is Israel, man. That world whom the Lord so loved, the God so loved the world, that world that he loved was the world of Israel, man. He didn't love anybody else, man. Okay? He didn't love anybody else, man. I don't think that's the way that should go I have my kids.
Well, that's yours?
Yeah, I guess so. No, I don't think so. I don't think so. So what was you at?
Well, Isaiah 45 and 17.
Come on, go ahead. See that again?
The book of Isaiah, chapter 45, verse 17. But Israel shall be saved in Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai with an everlasting salvation. You shall not be ashamed nor confounded, world without end.
Yeah, so we're a world without end, man. Okay? And then that's we're the world that the Lord is saving, man. Again, these other nations, if the Lord was all about the world, man, if the Lord was all about the world, then why are we the only ones worshiping Yahweh and Yahweh Shai, man? These people, they're not worshiping the Lord, man. They don't even care. None of these people out here reading the scriptures and researching and searching, okay? None of these other nations are, where are these other nations sitting down, going through the scriptures, breaking it down, saying, hey, this is us? Except for the Mormons, man, claiming that they're the Israelites, man. No other nation is seeking after Yahweh Yahweh Shai. And how do you seek after them? It's not just by saying, oh, I believe. It's about doing what the Lord says. What the scripture says, be ye not only hearers, but doers also, man. So you're supposed to be a doer. How you a doer? The law? By following the laws. But also what? Calling on the name. You go to Zephaniah 3 and 9. These other nations, they're not doing that, man. None of these other nations. I don't care where you go in the world. If you go to China, go to Tibet. These motherfuckers are monks, man. Okay? They're up there sitting up in the mountains and shit, rocking back and forth, humming. You go to Saudi Arabia, these motherfuckers are walking around a fucking big ass stone, talking about they believe in somebody named Ali Akbar's, man. Going off, man. Muhammad, who the fuck is that? He's nobody, man. Islam is nothing but a jailhouse religion, man. And you can thank the so-called white man through his judicial system for pushing that shit on Jake when they get locked up. Jake get into Islam to cover his ass. Jake in West Africa converted to Islam to cover their ass because they didn't want to die.
Right.
Look, man, the Lord ain't out here going through with the sword like, yo, believe in me or I'm gonna cut your head. No, look, man, if you believe, you believe. If you don't, hey, you're gonna be destroyed.
Right.
That's it. Go ahead, bro.
This is the book of Zephaniah, chapter 3, verse 9. For then will I turn to my people a pure language.
And like the dude said, do God see? He does. The Israelites, man. He said he's gonna turn to his people pure language, man. What is that pure language? Hebrew, man. Go ahead.
That they may all call upon the name.
That they are his people, Israelites, may call upon his name in the Hebrew, man. And are we not doing that? You can go anywhere in the world, you're not hearing no other nation calling the Lord's name. They even say Jesus, Yahweh, God, the Most High, and Christ bless. You going off? Go ahead.
That they may all call upon the name of Yahweh by Hashem Yahushai to serve him with one consent.
Right, and we're calling on the name of Yahweh by Hashem Yahushai, and we're serving him in one consent. What? Follow his laws and commandments. And his commandments are not grievous. 1 John 5 and 3. Okay? One consent. We're all doing the ones we're the ones doing that, man. No other nation is doing that, man. Right now, I bet you ask most of these people, hey, what season are we in? Oh, what do you mean? It's about to be Thanksgiving. Well, guess what? You didn't know that? The Feast of Dedications, man. Written about in 1 Maccabees chapter 4. When they rededicated the temple. To who? To Yahweh Hashem Yahweh. The so-called white man, the so-called Jew, he's going to follow a Hanukkah and similar second, man. Us, man. And even us, we can't even do it perfectly down here, man. We ain't got. I mean, we got the word, which is good. That's better than anything. But at least we know. Nah. I'm done with that, right? 45?
Back in Isaiah chapter 45, verse 18. For thus saith the Lord Yahweh, that created the heavens, the power himself, that formed the earth and made it. He had established it. He created it not in vain. Yep. He formed it to be inhabited.
Yep, he formed it to be inhabited, which is the earth, man. You got Esau, he wanted to destroy the earth and destroy 6.5 billion people and keep only 500 million people here as servants and slaves in perpetual with nature. He's going off, man. Hey, the earth was made for people to be on. They talking about some population control. Okay, what's the other shit they talk about? Climate change. All that's all bullshit, man. Hey, the earth was made to be inhabited, man. And not by no fucking Edomite, man. The earth was made to be inhabited by who? A colony of Israelites, man. Of sons of the Heavenly Father, man. Yahweh, man. By Hashem Yahweh Shai. That's who the earth was made to be colonized by. That's who the earth was made to be inhabited by. And the rest of you heathen nations, you're going to be what? Servants to us, man. That's it, man.
Right.
There's going to be unrighteousness, but nonetheless, you're just servants, man. Like we serve Yahweh in the heavens, man. Yahweh Shai in the heavens. And on the earth, guess what? You're going to serve us, man. On the earth, man. Okay?
I Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai am the Most High, and there is none else.
Yeah, there's no other God except Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai. All the other gods of the earth are idols, man. Can you get that? Psalm 95 and 6. Hey, so you guys come up here with Allah and all the rest of that shit, man. Hey, you worshiping an idol, man. What is Allah doing for the Muslims over there in the Middle East? Not a goddamn thing, man. Iran is about to be invaded and destroyed. He's not doing a goddamn thing for you, man. You worshiping an idol in vain, man. Go ahead, bro.
The book of Psalms, chapter 95, verse 5, or 96, Salaki, or verse 5. For all the gods of the nations are idols.
So all the gods of the nations are idols, man.
But Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai made the heavens.
But Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai made the heavens. Allah ain't make shit. Joseph Smith ain't make shit. Haile Selassie, he got buried underneath of a toilet and shit. Okay? All the nations gods are idols, man. They're not even to be mentioned. They shouldn't even be mentioned, man. They're not supposed to even be mentioned in the same breath as Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, man. See, these other nations, they don't believe in the Lord because the Lord's not dealing with them, man. And they're mad, they're angry. Okay? The idols, they were made for the heathens. They wasn't made for us, man. Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai made us for him. And that's the way it's supposed to be. And that's the way it's going to be, man. Anything that you worshiping, anything else, man, hey, you're going to be put to death, man. Plain and simple, man.
Right.
When the Most High, Yahweh Ba'Shem saves the elect, Lord willing we be some of those men, we're going to go around the whole earth, man, putting it into subjection. Okay? And we're going to put out all the idols of the earth, man. And if we catch any of you heathens worshiping your old idols, man, you're going to be put to death, man. On a sight, man. On sight. And your people going to starve, man. Okay? See, the white man, he don't even believe in the Heavenly Father, man. He don't believe in Most High and his son. He don't believe in Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai. Like that dude last week. Why should I have to? He was angry. We wasn't angry. We was cool. We was chilling. But he was mad. He was like, why should I? Why should I?
Back in Isaiah chapter 45, verse 19, I have not spoken in secret in a dark place of the earth.
Nope.
I have not said, I said not to the seed of Jacob, seek me in vain. I, the Lord Yahweh, speak righteousness. I declare things that are right.
Yeah, that's what the Most High does. Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai does, man. He speaks things that are right, man. Everybody else speaks things that are wrong, man.
He said, I have not said unto the seed of Jacob, seek me in vain. And these religions, they seek the Heavenly Father in vain because they looking for that promise that equality for everybody, which that's not real, man. Like, they're always, just how, like you mentioned before, even the Heavenly Father has everything in order. He's on top, then is the Son, then are the angels, man. Because the angels are the servants to the Son, and the Son gives all the glory to the Father.
Yep.
So it's going to be in any kingdom, man. You're always going to have royalty, you're going to have the servants, and that's how it's going to be in the kingdom of heaven. But these religions, they want everybody to be equal and peace for everybody. No, man. That's vain. But that's not true, man. That's just
And that nigga got makeup on his face, man. True, man.
yeah, and like you said, Islam accepts transgenders and all that crap, man.
Yep.
So you want a world full of confusion and madness? No. You want, like you said, the Lord speaketh righteousness and declareth things that are good, that are right. So there is no law higher than the law of the Heavenly Father, man. He's the one that knows righteousness. He's the one that knows it all.
This is what you're going to get, man. That's what you're going to get in the world of Esau and wickedness, man. That's why we got to get the fuck out of here, man. That shit is fucking gross, man. That shit is gross, man. That shit is gross, man. That shit is nasty, bro. We got to get the fuck out of here, man.
That's right.
We got to watch two big men holding fucking hands, walking down the street, man. Hey, the niggas hitting each other in the anal, man. Hey, you got death to this place, man.
That's right.
Hey, this is Psalms 115 and 4. Their idols are silver and gold, work of men. Hold on. Can you go to Psalms 115:1? Man, that shit is sick, man. We gotta witness that shit, and they do it proud. They don't even hide it, bro. They don't even hide it, like Jake, man. Hey, they're sinners at Sodom, they hide it not, man. Yeah.
It's the book of Psalms, chapter 115, verse 1. And it reads, not unto us, O Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushua, not unto us, but unto thy name give glory.
Yeah, not unto us. We give the glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushua. That's right.
For thy mercy and for thy truth's sake.
For thy mercy and truth's sake, go ahead.
Wherefore should the heathen say, where is now their power?
Yeah, and that's what the heathen's saying, man. Because it looked like the Lord just not dealing with us, man. At one point in time, man. Now they see the Lord is dealing with us, man. Because he's raised us up, man. Us being out here, this is prophecy, man. This is Ezekiel 37, man.
That's right.
Okay? Us being out here, this is prophecy happening right in front of you, man. Okay? But these nations, they're like, hey, where's that God at, man? Read that portion again.
Psalms 115:2 says, wherefore should the heathen say, where is now their power?
Yeah, where should the heathen say, where is now their power, man? Go ahead.
Verse 3, but our power is in the heaven, he hath done whatsoever he pleased. Their idols.
Yeah, our power is in the heavens. Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, he can do what he want to do, man. He can not, if he want to take a break from his people, he can do that. If he destroy so-called white man, the nation of Edom, he can and will do that, man.
That's right.
Everything is up to his discretion. Who can tell a king what to do, man? Nobody, man. Go ahead.
Verse 4, their idols are silver and gold, the work of man's hands.
I'm sorry, say that again.
Psalms 115:4, their idols are silver and gold, the work of man's hands.
Yeah, their idols are silver and gold, man. The man's hands, man. So when you see that big, can you give me the sign right here? When you see that big statue of Buddha over there in East India, they just came up with that big ass statue, the world understand. Yeah, that's nothing but an idol, man. Made with what? Man's hands, man. Like the gold, Buddha, all this shit is made with man's hands. This stone, copper thing, made with man's hands, man. Okay? That shit is all vanity, man. But hey, the idols were given to the heathens, man. Not us. Hey, this is Bel and the Dragon, 1 and 5 in the Apocrypha. Who answered and said, because I may not worship idols made with hands, but the living power, who have created the heaven and the earth, and have sovereignty over all flesh. See? So our power, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, he has sovereignty over all earth, over everything, man. And over all flesh, man. He created the heavens and the earth, man.
This is the wisdom of Solomon going into the idols and worshiping of them. It says, wisdom of Solomon, chapter 14, verse 27. For the worshiping of idols, not to be named, is the beginning, the cause, and the end of all evil.
That's right, man. Because see, when you start going off into these idols, man, hey, you're bringing evil into yourself, man. And at the end of the day, the evil is going to be destroyed. Right along with you. Go ahead. That was it on that?
Yeah.
Come on, read it again.
It's the book of Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 14, verse 27. It says, for the worshiping of idols, not to be named, is the beginning, the cause, and the end of all evil.
That's right.
For either they are mad when they be merry, or prophesy lies, or live unjustly.
Yeah, they be mad when they're married, when they live unjustly. Go ahead.
Or else lightly forswear themselves.
Yeah, man. And that's what those idols do, man. You people don't even know that these idols that you're worshiping are the same idols from the idols of the ancient world, man. Whether it's Molech, Baal, all them idols, man. They don't need to be named, man. They don't need to be named because they're nothing, man. Just like when you read the story of Bel and the Dragon, man, and how Daniel, through the spirit part of Yahweh Shai, showed the king, hey, man, that idol, that dragon, he's not eating, man. It's those priests that coming up out of a hole in the ground, man. Them and their families, they're eating that shit, man. And that's why they wanted to, it conspired to try to get him killed, man. Okay? In the lion's den. But who delivered Daniel? Yahweh Shai delivered Daniel out of the lion's den, man.
Right.
And those same people, those priests, along with their children and their wives, man, they were eaten by lions, man. Okay? Because their idols are nothing, man. You got it, brother.
Verse 29. For in so much as their trust is in idols which have no life.
Yeah, your trust is in idols that have no life. Allah has no life, man. Islam has no life. Christianity has no life. Buddhism, all of these different religions of the world, they have no life, man. The people are dead, man. And like I was saying earlier, that's why Apostle Sahari said, hey, if Jake come up here, he's a Muslim, man, let that nigga be, man. I'm just, you know, and I was trying to do it for edification's sake, but Lord willing, in the future, man, I'm just gonna let a nigga go, man. Hey, all right, man, I'll see you, man. I'll see you, man. You're gonna be destroyed. At least you repent. Go ahead.
It says, though they swear falsely, yet they look not to be heard.
Yeah, they swear falsely, but they don't look to be heard, man. Go ahead.
It says, howbeit, for both causes shall they be justly punished.
For both causes, they're going to be justly punished. Go ahead.
Both because they thought not well of the Heavenly Father.
Yep, and that's 2/3 of Israel. Go ahead.
Giving heed unto idols.
Yep.
And also unjustly swore in deceit.
And that's what they did.
Despising holiness.
And that's what you do. When you don't want to follow the law, statutes, commandments of Yahweh Shai, you despising holiness, man. That's what ultimately you're doing, man. Go ahead.
For it is not the power of them by whom they swear, but it is the just vengeance of the sinners.
Yep.
That punisheth always the offense of the ungodly.
Right. And the scripture says the beginning of pride is when one leaves his maker, man. Okay? You leave your maker to go worship some shit that was made by some worthless piece of shit, man, yo. From somewhere, man. And he put it out and sell it to your ass, and it was, oh, this is my guy now. Okay? So you're going, man. Hey, can you get Psalms, I'm not Psalms, I think it's Sirach 10 and 8. It says the wise earth and ashes proud. I'm sorry, 10 and 9. Sirach 10 and 9.
The book of Ecclesiasticus in the Apocrypha, chapter 8, verse 9.
Yep.
Why is earth and ashes proud?
Why is earth and ashes proud? And that's what you are, man. We're all earth and ashes, man. So why? The pride is the last thing you should be, man. That's the last thing you should be in this world, man. But the majority of the people on the earth, they're proud, man. Especially 2/3 of Israel, man. They're too proud to turn back to the Lord. Go ahead.
There is not a more wicked thing than a covetous man.
And Esau, he's the chief covetous man on the earth, man. He's the most proudest person on the earth, man. Go ahead.
For such an one setteth his own soul to sell.
And that's what Jake does. Jake follows after the God of this world, man, who they've been blinded by. And they'll sell their soul just to make it in this world, man. Just to get a nice house in a nice neighborhood, a nice working car, to get some FRN, so-called money, to get some fame in this world. Jake sells their soul, man, because they covet it. They want what the so-called white man wants. Go ahead. Yeah, man, they finna, and she's choosing, man. Go ahead, bro.
It says, for such one setteth his own soul to sale, because while he liveth, he casteth away his bowels.
Yeah, while he living, he can shit. He can do whatever he wants. Hey, that's why you see these artists, man, they be smoking weed, popping pills, and nothing happened to them. They don't die. They don't get, every once in a while, one of them overdose. Okay? Because while he living, he just shitting all over the place. Skip to verse 13.
Verse 13. For pride is the beginning of sin.
Pride is the beginning of sin, man. You want to know where sin begins? Is with that pride, man. And again, 2/3 of Israel, you're too proud, man. You're proud. Look at you, man. You get your little trophy. You happy. I got my car. I got my kids. I got my car. I got my wife. I'm just happy. It's good. I know I'm good. God is dealing with me because I'm getting gain. I'm gaining godliness. Gain is godliness, man. That's in this world. That's what it's. That's what you're told. Go ahead.
Well, it says, "He that hath it shall pour out abomination."
Exactly, man. And 2/3 of Israel, you're pouring out those abominations, man. And Esau, he's just an abominable piece of shit, man. Go ahead.
And therefore, the Lord Yahweh by Shem Yahushai brought upon them strange calamities and overthrew them utterly.
And that's what happened to 2/3. That's what happened to 2/3 of Israel on this side, and that's ultimately what's going to happen to Esau and his kingdom. And he's going to be overturned utterly, man. Hey, this dude is not a more proud, covetous man on the earth than the so-called white man in the nation of Edom, man. He thinks that through his military, through his money, he's just going to overcome everything, man. And because he's been winning for over 500 years, the nigga just been catching W's. He's really proud, man. He's like, man, I can never be defeated, man. That nigga, he believe that. He believe that. I can never be defeated, man. Why? Because I'm winning. Go ahead. It says, yeah, keep reading up. I'm gonna keep reading verse 14.
Verse 14, the Lord Yahweh by Shem Yahushai has cast down the thrones of the proud princes.
Yep, and he's going to do that. He's going to do that. He's done it in the past. He did it to Nebuchadnezzar. He did it to Alexander the Greek. He did it to the Romans. He's going to do it to the modern day Romans, man.
And set up the meek in their stead.
Who is the meek? Us, the Israelites, man. The lowly. We're the meek, man. Hey, the scripture says what in Daniel? In Daniel it says, this is the book of Daniel 4:17. This matter is by the decree of the watchers and the demand of the holy ones, to the intent that the living may know that the Most High ruleth in the kingdom of men, and give it to whomsoever he will, and setteth up over it the bases of men. So right now, in the bases of men, Esau, he's the super king of the earth, man. But right in this kingdom, we're the base, we're the low. When the so-called white man goes down, we're going to be the ones ruling, man. We're the meek, we're the lowly, man. Read it again. What you had?
It's the book of Ecclesiasticus in the Apocrypha, chapter 9, verse 15. The Lord Yahweh by Shem Yahushai hath plucked up the roots of the proud nations and planted the lowly in their place.
Yep, and he's gonna plant us in his place, man. Hold that and go up to verse 8.
Ecclesiasticus 8:8, because of unrighteous dealings, injuries, and riches gotten by deceit.
And that's how America was established, man. Through unrighteous dealings and riches and injuries gotten by deceit, man. Through unrighteous dealings, injuries, and riches gotten by deceit. Go ahead.
The kingdom is translated from one person, from one people to another.
So the kingdom's going to be translated from the nation of Edom to the nation of Israel, man. Go ahead, man. What you said?
Verse 16. The Heavenly Father overthrew countries of the heathens and destroyed them to the foundations of the earth.
Yeah, you see, ancient Egypt, man, that shit ain't been the same since. It's a desert wasteland, man. Pretty much. America's gonna be that times 10, times 100, times 1,000,000.
Wait. Verse 17. He took some of them away and destroyed them, and had made them memorial to cease from the earth.
Yep, and that's what's gonna happen to you Edomites, man. Your memorial, your remembrance is gonna cease from the earth, man. Once you go down, man, nobody's gonna be talking about the nation of Edom and their ancient, times, man. Right, in this society, you talk about Greece, talking about Greece was the father, the birthplace of civilization, which it wasn't. You talk about the Roman Empire and how great, magnificent it was, which it wasn't. talk about America and how it was established on all these bullshit promises, freedom for all men, peace and happiness and liberty for all people, which it wasn't. In the kingdom of heaven, nobody's gonna remember this fucking place, man. Only time we're gonna remember this place is when we flying over it with our children and saying, hey, look, down there, we were in man. Down there we were slaves, man, to the nation of Edom. Them people outside in the pits out there, in the mines, they used to be over us. And our kids not gonna believe it, man. I'm like, no way. Yeah, way, man. Yeah, for real, man. Our women, they used to deal with them. Our daughters, like, hey, you ain't gonna make them like a joke. But hey, you used to deal with them. No, not me. I would never be with an Edomite. Okay. All right, come on. Let's go kill something. Go ahead.
Verse 18 says, pride was not made for men.
Pride wasn't made for men, yo.
Nor furious anger for them that are born of a woman.
Yeah, nor furious anger for those that are born of a woman, man. And which that's us, man. Because our furious anger, it'll end up destroying us, man.
Right.
Furious anger was made for Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, man. Not us, man. And pride wasn't made for no man because you didn't make nothing, man. You came from nothing and you're going to go back to nothing, man.
Right.
You didn't create yourself. The so-called white man, he didn't create anything. The Most High gave him the wherewithal. Okay? The Most High, Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, gave him the, what's the word I'm looking for? It's not influence.
Thoughts?
Yeah. He gave him those thoughts to make these certain things, man. The inspiration to make these things, man. The so-called white man didn't come up about it on his own, man. So why the fuck are you proud, man? There's no kingdom on the earth that lasts forever. The only kingdom that's gonna last forever is the kingdom of Israel, man.
Right.
That's it, man. And the only reason that's gonna be because that's Yahweh Shai's kingdom. On top of that, it's gonna be a righteous kingdom. So if it's righteous, ain't nothing gonna take it down, then it gotta last forever, man. But all the rest of these kingdoms are wicked, man. Go ahead, brother.
Verse 19, they that feared Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai are a sure seed,
yep.
And they that love him,
they that fear Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai are a short seed. Go ahead.
And they that love him are an honorable plant.
And they that love him are an honorable plant, and that's the elect of Israel. And in the kingdom of heaven, it's going to be all of Israel. But right now, that's starting with the elect of Israel. Can you read that portion again? They that love him?
Or they that love him, an honorable plant.
Right. They that love Yahweh by Shemel Shai are an honorable plant. Right now, we're looked at as dishonored. People, they dishonor us, man. They say we're crazy, we're bugged out. They say that our ending is going to be nothing, that we just going to die. They think that we're just niggas, spiggers, wetbacks, coons, shines. But guess what, man? We're going to have the honorable, man. I've been watching Instagram lately. You know, a lot of people from the city that I'm originally from, hey, niggas are just dying left and right, man. Unhonorable deaths, getting shot the fuck up. 1 minute the niggas here taking pictures. Next minute the niggas in the casket getting a bullshit ass funeral service, man. A Nazareth, man. You know? Talking about pray for my city. Fuck that city, man. We ain't praying for none of you niggas, man.
That's right.
You niggas get shot down in the street every fucking day. Fuck you niggas, man. Why? You the same niggas that's worshiping Islam, nigga. Where's your God at, man? Why is he not delivering you, man? See, at one point, that's what the nation was saying about us. But we wasn't even calling on the Lord's name because he took it from us. But now we calling on the name of Yahweh Shemel Shai. Hey, our power is there every day, front and center, man.
That's right.
Always on time, never late. Our power, Yahweh Shemel Shai, is with us even as we speak right now. Ain't nobody, hey, right now we could get mowed in the street, the cops can come swoop on us. Hey, but because Yahweh Shemel Shai's mercy and grace and his hedge around us, hey, we're speaking in the camera, edifying, man.
They that regard not the law or dishonorable or a dishonorable seed.
2/3 of Israel, man. Hey, can you hold that? Get Jeremiah 2 and I think it's Jeremiah 2 and 42. Jeremiah 2. Jeremiah 2. Jeremiah 2 and Jeremiah 2 and 14. No, Jeremiah 2 and 21.
It's the book of Jeremiah, chapter 2, verse 21. It says, "Yet I had planted thee a noble vine, holy and righteous seed. How then art thou turned into a degenerate plant,
Hey, break
of
it down,
a strange vine unto me?"
Break it down, brother.
That's right, and the Heavenly Father gave us the statutes, the law, statutes, and commandments, so we be a holy people, man, to be above all these nations. And we became a degenerate plant. How? By following the ways of the heathen, by worshiping idols, by doing basically whatever the hell we wanted, man.
Right.
So we became a degenerate plant unto the Heavenly Father. And that's why we were punished, man. And that's why you see a lot of our people, our nation, in the low conditions that they're in, man, because they keep following after these idols, or worshiping money, and all this other philosophies, man. And they don't want to repent and come back to the Father.
Yeah, the Lord didn't create us to be a no people, man. He didn't create us to be the people that you see us as today. You know, you got our women that fucking dykes, super dykes at that. Bisexual, trisexual, will do anything with anybody. Our men are homosexuals, bisexual, will do anything with anybody, with anyone. The Lord didn't create us to be that shit, man. He created us to be the kings of the earth. These women are supposed to be our concubines, man. They're not supposed to be married to the next thick ass white chick, the short one. Hey, she gonna be my concubine, Lord willing, Yahweh Gmshawaii in the kingdom of heaven, man. You can get a sister, whoever the fuck she was with, man. Hey, hell yeah. I mean, it's up to you, brother, you know? It's up to the Lord, really. But hey, guess what? The Lord didn't see, we're supposed to look at these people like that, man. We're not supposed to look at these people as equals. Hey, the Lord created us to be above these nations, man, not below.
That's right.
The reason why we're below these nations right now is because of our iniquity. And that's why we're telling our people, hey, it's time to repent, man. Stop being a fucking degenerate. Stop being a lowlife, man. Stop being a barbarian out here, man. Stop wanting to aspire to be less than what you are. You want to be a thug, you want to be a rapper, an entertainer, you want to be a jester, a comedian, okay, you want to be an athlete. Look, man, we're more than that, man.
That's right.
You want to be a business owner in Esau's wicked kingdom? Nigga, we gonna own the world, man.
Right.
You gotta aspire to be more. And the Lord got us aspiring to be more, man. We're men out here, man. We're not aspiring to be Esau's puppet, man. It's time to repent from those ways, man. Stop
right.
trying to be part of the in crowd, man. Some niggas they on their way out, man. And Jacob's on their way in. We on our way in, man.
Verse 22 says, "For though thou wash thee with myrrh, with nitre, and take thee much soap, yet thine iniquity is marked before me."
And that's what makes us filthy. We went in there earlier, Salaki. Go ahead and read that portion again.
Jeremiah 2 and 22. "For though thou wash thee with nitre, and take thee much soap, yet thine iniquity is marked before me, saith Yahweh by Hashem Yahushai."
Yeah, the Lord, He sees our filthiness, man. That was it on that? What was that? Yeah.
This is the book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 8, verse 19. "They that fear the Heavenly Father are a sure seed, and they that love Him an honorable plant."
Right, and how do you love the Lord? And you keep His commandments, and His commandments are not grievous. They that love me are an honorable plant, man. We're honorable to the Most High, man.
Right.
Those that don't love the Lord, you're dishonored, man. Two-thirds talking about some guy ain't doing me yet. You're right, he ain't, man. He gonna fuck you all the way up, man. Unless you repent, man. And how you repent, you come back to the Most High, sorrow, repent. Can you hold that and get Baruch chapter 4? I think it's 12. Baruch 4 and Baruch 4 and 23.
It's the book of Baruch, chapter 4, verse 23. "For I sent you out with mourning and weeping,
Yep.
but Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai will give you to me again
Yep.
with joy and gladness forever.
That's right.
Like as now, the neighbors of Zion have seen your captivity.
That's right.
Verse 28. For as it was your mind to go astray from the Heavenly Father, so being returned, seek ye 10 times more.
Right, so we're supposed to seek the Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai 10 times more. It was our mind to go astray. When you come back to the Lord, you got to seek him 10 times more, man. And how you do that? Doing the work, being a brother, okay? Being charitable, loving your brother as you love yourself, leaving off the ways of the old man, okay? That's the way you return to the Lord. Follow his laws, statutes, commandments to the best of your ability, because we can't keep it 100%. But damn, hey, you can give it your best, okay? You can give it your all on this side, okay? That's how you 10 times more, man. It was our mind to go astray, therefore being returned, we're supposed to seek Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai 10 times more, man. And that's what we're telling our people, man. And we're telling the nation that they're going to go into slavery, they're going to be destroyed, the white man's a devil, the nigger woman ain't shit, the Hispanic woman ain't shit, all that good. But guess what? If you're an Israelite, man, you got something that the so-called white man doesn't have. And that's a chance to repent, man. That's a place of repentance, man. Why? Because the kingdom of heaven is at hand. It's at the door. We are almost out of here, man. Hey, the pieces are being, the Most High Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai is placing the pieces on the chessboard in the right places, man. At any given time, hey, it's checkmate. Any given time, the Lord is looking, he's just waiting to say checkmate. And Yahweh Shai is going to crack their skies with the host of angels and receive his elect, man, and destroy 2/3 along with the so-called white man's kingdom. So in the meantime, between time, we need to be repenting, man.
That's right.
Come back, man. And the scripture says you're going to hear a voice from the left on the right saying, come ye, this is the way. This is the way, brothers. This is the way, man. And we're talking to the Israelite man first, man. Now, you got women out there that listen, that believe. Hey, keep on believing. But this is about the men right now, man. It's time to repent, man. It's time to wake up. And the last scripture we got, bro, you done with that? Go ahead and finish that and get Romans 13 and 11. No. Read what you got first. And get Romans 13.
The book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 10, verse 19, finishing off, says, they that regard not the law are a dishonorable seed.
Yep, so if you don't regard the law, you're a dishonorable seed. That's why the Lord said in Romans 9, it says not everybody that's Israel, not all Israel is of Israel, man. That's what that means, because you got Israelites that know that they're Israelites, they're not following the law, they're not taking heed to this word. You got Israelites that don't know they're Israelites, man. Guess what? They're in the world doing what God knows what. Guess what? They're going to be destroyed, man, because they're dishonorable, man.
That's right.
Okay?
They that transgress the commandments are a deceivable seed.
Yep, and that's what you're doing in these Christian churches, these Catholics, masses, and cathedrals, and all these other so-called places of worship. They tell you that the laws are done away with, man. Can you read that again?
It says, and they that transgress the commandments.
And they that transgress the commandments
are a deceivable seed.
You're deceivable seed. You're being deceived as well as you're deceived. And the Lord said both the deceived and the deceiver are his, man. Okay? That was it on that? They get Romans 13. Romans 13. Yep, and 11.
It's the book of Romans, chapter 13, verse 11. Says, and that, knowing the time, that now is high time to awake out of sleep, for now is our salvation nearer than when we believe.
Yeah, because, read it again.
Romans 13 and 11. And that, knowing the time, that now it is high time to awake out of sleep.
And we know it's the time. Why? Because the time is close. The Lord said, when you shall see parts of the signs come, Then shall you well know that the Lord spake of these times before, and at the same time where the Most High, Yahweh Shai, is going to visit the place in which He made, man.
That's right.
So we know the time. We're watching. We're watching the news. We're watching what's going on around the world. What's happening here in America. Okay? And we're seeing World War III closer, pressing closer and closer. A hot war, pressing closer and closer. Nuclear war, pressing closer and closer. Race riots. The Lord, the Most High, Yahweh Shai, is rousing up the people. Race riots are going to happen all across the world, man.
That's right.
What you going to do when famine break out, man? What you going to do when these race riots start popping off, man? You going to get your little 9, your Glock 19, you going to get your Draco? That ain't going to save you niggas, man. You're going to need a higher power. You're going to need a spiritual power. You're going to need Yahweh Shai. And if the Lord is not in your corner, hey, you're going to die.
That's right.
Point blank simple, man. Hey, the time for playing games is over, man. The time for playing games is over, man. We ain't in the time of loving and embracing everybody, man. Hey, it's the time to separate yourself from this world, man, because it's about to be destroyed.
That's right.
Keep reading.
It says, for now, is our salvation nearer than when we believe.
Yeah, so it ain't going to be 5 years from now, 20 years from now. Hey, it's any day now, man. Your generation, in your lifetime, Yahweh Shai is going to come back. He's going to judge this place, man.
That's right.
And He's going to save His elect. So you shouldn't be trying to think 30 years from now, 20 years from now, 15. Hey, the so-called white man is finished, man. His kingdom is over, man. It's up to you. You about to go into slavery, man. You Edomites, you're about to go into slavery. You filthy so-called white people, you going into hardcore slavery, man.
That's right.
First and foremost, you're elite. Go ahead.
The night is far spent.
Keep reading.
It says, the night is far spent, the day is at hand.
The day is at hand.
Let us therefore cast off the works of darkness.
Which is what you're doing. Breaking the law, statutes, commandments, transgressing the law, worshiping idols. That's all darkness, man. Go ahead.
Let us put on the armor of light.
Put on the armor like the truth of Yahweh Shai, the truth of the Bible. Put it on. Go ahead.
Right. Let us walk honestly as in the day.
Let us walk honestly as in the day. Go ahead.
Not in rioting and drunkenness.
Yeah, and that's what the world is all into. Party, party, party. Party till you can't stop. Let's get shit-faced. Let's get wasted. That's what the world is all about. That's what the world is all about. Rioting and drunkenness. Go ahead.
Not in chambering and wantonness.
Not in chambering and wantonness. Go ahead.
Not in strife and envying.
Not in strife and envying. We don't envy the so-called white man. We don't envy each other. Okay? We ain't strife with one another. Leave that shit alone, man. Go ahead.
But put ye on the Lord Yahweh, by Shem Yahweh Shai.
But put ye on the Lord Yahweh by Shem Yahweh Shai. And we're giving it to you, brothers.
And make not provision for the flesh.
Yeah, don't worry about the flesh, man. Oh, I need to go give me a bug out shelter. I need to go build me I need to go, give me a bug out bag. Fuck that, man. The Most High is going to take care of it.
It says, and make no provision for the flesh to fulfill the lust thereof.
Yep, make no provision for the flesh to fulfill the lust thereof, man. Go ahead. That was it. Hey, so with that, man, all praise and honor, we want to give all praise and honor and glory to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem, Rakah, Wadash, double honor to the apostles and the elders at Great Millstone, the teachers' word of truth and sincerity from ruling well. Salutations to our fellow Akim. Keep pushing, keep striving. We're almost out of here. Hey, Shalom, Lord willing, we'll see you brothers next week.
Shalom.